Valentino, go off WhatsApp. Focus here. Focus here. Oh my god. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final day of the knockout stage of the FFWS Africa 2026. Zeno, are you ready? Because I believe the players are more than excited to be here today.
I am ready. I'm excited. I am waiting to see what team is going to be dominating today's games because yesterday was absolutely insane. Group B played their heart out, but some of them did not make it. It's okay. It's okay, but with that more on that later. Zoro, let us know how today is going to flow.
Oh boy, it should be flowing the usual way, the usual way the water flows across the river. We should be educating you guys a bit though. If you're just joining, we want you guys to actually know what's being played, how it's being played. So we'll be explaining via the tournament format to begin with. The tournament format is as followed. We started out at the play-ins, which had phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 had 144 teams, but it got shrunk down to 48 teams in the phase 2. We are currently at the knockout stage where 48 teams from phase 2 got shrunk down to 17 teams, and they actually will be joining Paradox at this stage. Paradox got an automatic entry into the knockout stage because they are our current reigning champion, so they just sort of get that perk of being the champion. So out of these 18 teams that will actually be competing in the knockout stage, only 12 will be making their way into the grand finals, which is absolutely insane. But once you get to the finals, you might be wondering, what are we competing for? Well, that brings us to the prize pool. They will be competing for a whopping, drum roll please, a whopping $10,000 in accumulation. Champions walk away with 3,500. Second position will be walking away with 2,000. Third position will be walking away with 1,200. Third position will be walking away with 1,200, as I've said before. Fourth, fifth, sixth will be walking away with $700. Ranked 7, 8, and 9 will actually walking away with $300 each too. Coming in 10th and 12 will get you $10,000. We'll get you $100,000. We'll get you $100, which is absolutely insane, by the way. Now we should be moving straight into the point system. We want you guys to actually understand how the points are being distributed, because the points are what affect the overall leaderboard the most. Coming in first, which means you got the Booyah, will get you 12 points, which is way more points than second will be getting. Second will be walking away with 9 points, and from second to 10th, the points just keep shrinking by 1, to be very, very honest with you. And coming in 11th and 12th will mean you walk away with no placement points. You might get elimination points, which are equal to 1 point per elimination. Tiebreaker rules are as follows. We have the Booyah system in play, we have the elimination in play, and we have the rank score system in play. Now you might be wondering, what's this on my screen? Yes, that's the unique active skill rule implemented by Garena to just sort of mix things up a bit, man, to make sure that the teams don't actually spam one active skills, to make sure that teams actually make great usage of the arsenal of active skills that they have. So the rules pretty much states that you are not allowed to repeat the same active skill as your teammates, which implies the name really unique active skill, man. You have to use a unique active skills. Now these are the groups that we've actually separated all the players, all the teams in, man. We have 18 teams, so to divide it equally, we divided them into groups of 6. Group A consists of 6 teams. Group B also consists of 6 teams. Group C also consists of 6 teams. Now we should be going into the teams that actually matter today. Remember, Group B said their goodbye yesterday as they played their last set of 6 matches. Now today is going to be the last day for Group A and C teams, which are the teams that are currently displayed for you. Group A, we have Paradox Esports Team, Project Generation, top rated. They are named Jogo with the name switch up, as we've loved to emphasize on multiple times. Stars Esports, Crimson Mid. Those are the teams from Group A. Group C teams are as followed: Underground Esports Team, FNS, Solo Flare, IL Esports, Burn Knuckles, and Soul Society. We see lots of new teams actually make an appearance from the Group C group stage. We see the game schedule, which is the way the matches are actually going to be played. The game schedule has not been mixed up. It remains the same. Bermuda first, Kalahari second, Nextera third, Purgatory fourth, Solaro coming in fifth, and the random map, which means we might get Bermuda twice, Kalahari twice, or any of these maps actually. Now Zeno, what's your thought on today's games? I want to hear from you, man. I want to know if you're as excited as I am for the rivalry between a Paradox Esports Team and Underground Esports Team.
Today's games will be one for the century. It will be an insane battle of with strength and genuine dominance, because Underground Esports put up a very solid performance, as we will see on the general leaderboards currently. But they're pretty close to Paradox. They're like 60 points off of where Paradox is currently, and it is going to be rather interesting to see if they are going to be able to maintain the same level of dominance that they had yesterday and send Paradox a very clear message that they are on their way to send them back out of that top one position. Or will the Paradox team just obliterate the Underground Kings? Because Paradox Esports are a team that is known to handle the pressure very well. Although teams are now preparing to grief them off drop to set up with that double sniper play, is it going to be enough for them to make an actual difference? But
Yes.
let's take a look at the overall leaderboard to see what teams, because today
Yes,
is the last
sir.
day
The
of the
good stuff.
knockouts. Let's take a look at the overall leaderboard to see what teams are at risk of getting eliminated. Not to look at the top 9 teams, not to look at the top 8 teams actually, but 10 to 12 are teams that might be getting eliminated actually, because we have them sitting in the most dangerous spot you want to be at in this lobby. From 7 to 9, you are in a dangerous spot, but you're still relatively safe. But especially a team like Elite Hunters, they have played 24 matches and they are sitting at 192. But Second Generation still has 6 matches to be played. So this might just be the end for the Elite Hunters. If Stars Esports do pretty good as well, it might just be the end for even worse for the Elite Hunters actually.
To be
Luminosity is
honest.
also a team that is at risk of getting eliminated, as they are not doing a good job, as done with their 24 matches already, sitting at 233. If the teams today, they're going to require a team like Berserk Gen and Stars to play absolutely abysmal and just basically miss all the games if Luminosity wants to have even more hope of qualifying. But Syndicate, it's bye-bye to the Syndicates, as they are now out of the tournament. They will start preparing for maybe the grassroots tournament or to wait for the next season, because they've played 24 matches. They set at 154. That is the end of the run for them. Unlucky for them. But taking a look at our top 6 teams now, the teams that are currently very safe with 6 matches to go, we'll be sitting with 486 points. Underground Kings still have 6 matches with 426 points. Vent Esports are done with their 24, so they are hoping that they are still going to be able to be in that top 12 at the end of today's games with 370 points. FNS do have 6 matches to go with 319 points. Necro Venoms are done as well, sitting with 292. And Dead Point, another team that's also done, sitting with 289 points. Nanem Joga and Crimson Myth also. So this is going to be a very, very interesting day, don't you think?
Yeah, it will be, considering the fact that the top 3 teams are pretty much at more than assured their slots in that grand final. So it's pretty much between the teams that are just between top 4 to top 12 to actually compete and find a way to make themselves into that finals. Also, as you have mentioned, there are some teams that are actually still safe a bit, but they won't be safe for long, man, because by the time the top 13 and 14 teams actually play, we will see that leaderboard shake up a little bit. Also, you mentioned, something about the top 6. I believe we're also going to see the top 6 leaderboard shake a little bit, man, because I believe other teams like Nia and them Jogo might be looking to actually make their way into that top 6 today. Also, same thing goes for Crimson Mate, man. These teams do still have 6 more games, while the teams that are currently ranked 5th and 6th, which are Necrovenoms and Dead Points, are done with their game, and the gap between them isn't even that much, which means there's a high likelihood that the teams that are ranked 7th and 8th will also be coming into that top 6 slot. But still, I believe we're gonna be having a great game, a great show today, man. But remember, this is the final chances for a lot of these teams to actually secure a slot in that grand finals, man. Speaking of securing stuff, man, hope you guys have secured your diamonds from shop to game. And we've been preaching to you guys since last week that you guys should get your diamonds from shop to game. So by now, if you have not gotten your diamonds, you are missing out, man. You should have grabbed the Boomerang bundle by now. You should have grabbed that Scarlet bundle, bro. That Scarlet bundle is so
4 days
fire, zero.
left on the Buriram.
4
Indeed.
more
Four
days,
days left
bro.
on the Buriram bundle. So do go to Shop to Game to get yourself really good diamonds at a discounted rate with a bonus on every purchase. Your first purchase has 100% bonus. So please do spend big on that one. But every purchase afterwards comes with a bonus of 10% per purchase. So you buy 1,000 diamonds, you get 1,100, and so on and so forth. But Zoro, going into today's games, do you believe Paradox is still going to be as oppressive as we saw them in last week? Or do you think Underground Kings are now going to be able to step up to them, given what we saw Dead Points do as they kind of shut down PDX 2 times in a row in one of the week 2 games. Do you think Underground Kings will be able to do that and give Paradox a run for their money, or is Paradox still going to stay as the most dominating team?
As of right now, they are still the most dominating team. That's number one. Number two, I think it's going to be really hard for us to actually get an answer to that question from today's games, because today's games is pretty much the final chance for other teams that don't include Paradox and Underground Esports teams to actually make their way into that final. So today is just going to be a chill day in the office for Paradox, I believe. I don't think they're going to really step up their comfort zone because they know that they have done the work, and this is just the time for them to relax and enjoy a little bit of that retirement point, if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, the old rivalry might be on a bit chill tempo, on a high key chill tempo today, man. Trust me, I don't think we're gonna be seeing way too much from Paradox. Also, before Underground Esports team can even give Paradox a run for their money, they are going to have to close that 60 points gaps between them and Paradox. If they can do that, whilst Paradox find a way to not rack up any points at the same time, then sure they will be able to give Paradox a run for their money. Today, if they actually bully Paradox in the lobby, they're just doing it for the fun of it, man. It won't really matter on the overall leaderboard, man. I can't lie to you. It's the finals that will matter the most here between these two teams. I also hope Dead Point Esports team will actually stay in that top 12, man, because I high key want to see those three teams go head to head at the same time, man. I want to see how Paradox survives the wrath of Underground Esports team and Dead Point Esports team simultaneously. We should be heading straight into that first map, Bermuda, the OG map, as we love to mention time after time, man. It is the OG map. The players did always start out here and they are most familiar with this particular map, which means they have their rotation synced in, they have the strategy synced in. So Bermuda is actually the map where you see all these teams go, full power, full throttle, man, because they have everything, in the bag here. Strategy is in the bag, rotation is in the bag. What else do you want to hear, man? So just sit tight, relax. You guys are about to get straight into the first game. Over to you, Zeno.
Over to me for the analysis, I believe, because you are our lead today, Zoro. It is going to be an interesting game and an interesting time for you if you head over to Shop 2 Game to get your diamonds before the match starts. But the match will be starting with IL Esports going against top rated at Mill with a 50-50 drop. Soul Society will be joining there as well in a, I don't know the math, 50-50-50. I know that's 150, but you do the math. It goes off rip. IL Esports are on height. Everyone's with a mini Uzi. That is an interesting addition, actually. Bad Boy will be getting an SKS, trying to get picks on the top-rated team, but that doesn't seem like it will be happening anytime soon. Soul Society will be going in top-rated versus IL off rip. It's not looking very bright for top-rated duffering as Bad Boy is coming to clean up some knocks. When the IL Esports are gets a knock on our danger player, Lorem. Unfortunate. Can they get that pickup? They need to get that pickup on Lorem as he was the most impactful player on IL Esports yesterday. It looks like they will be doing just that. FNS comes in for a quick third party to shut down Bad Boy. Stars Esports are dangerously close as well. It started off as a third party from the Soul Society, but it was not a good run for them. Unfortunately for the top rated, they are down to a single player. Zoro, did you see that playing out this way?
Oh my god, I did see that, man. What a play coming in from the FNS Esports team, man. Get to that long range knock is something they'll almost definitely be more than proud of, man. Out of this place, out though. Senzo with that Minus, he trying to get that drop off. Nice wall placement coming in from him. He is getting pressed by Soul Society as they come in to just sort of steal the spoils as a third party. It was just not happening for them, and one man is not enough to get that job done. And FNS will be crowning themselves king in this minor battle over here at Milma. What a start to the first map already. IL Esports team off to a wonderful start. Paradox seems to be a bit quiet here, man. I said it before. I believe Paradox is going to be really, really salty today because they don't really have any reason to go out of their way to dominate the entire lobby. But hey, if they do it, they are doing it for the fun of it. And we are most definitely here to hype everything up. Stars Esports team with their first elimination of the day. Great stuff coming from them. So hopefully Esports team looking to secure their spots on that elimination, on that overall leaderboard as they racking those elimination points points. Now Zaza with a sniper. We've said it multiple times, man. This man is showing us why a sniper can't be the top fragger of any team it is in, man. Your role doesn't really matter when Zaza is involved, man. Your role doesn't really matter if you can get the job done. Nice usage of the M60 by going here, looking to just engage the opponent. I don't think he's aware that he's missing all his shots, though. Zaza pays a hefty price, and not even sweet that card, but I feel like we need to talk about the buffing that was really applied to the card weapon, man. Really great stuff coming from Garena. I feel like the gun was really overlooked for a long time by players. Trust me, back in the OG days, card was not really all that. So seeing Garena actually, you know, how do I say this? Just say reincarnate the weapon and just bring it out in a stronger form is great stuff coming in from them. And now we see the gun actually get used way more often in the esports scenery. So Solflare esports team off to an amazing start. As I've mentioned multiple times here, they are looking to racking those elimination points from the opposing teams. Paradox is coming here. Rinna Village seems to be a city right now, man, as the population continues to increase here. Solflare esports team player Sneaky is looking to racking those eliminations for his esports team. Just not happening for them. And once again, we see FNS really racking those points. And that's why I really always advise teams, you know, to go out of their way to get that elimination points, because it's what really matters the most at the end of the day. God in a pickle here as he gets sandwiched by the PDX players. My boy is definitely not happy about that, man. He had bullets flying all across the map, all aimed at him, and Kara cracked him getting dropped here. What a play coming in from PDX players, man. Berserk Generation, today is actually the last day for them to secure their spot in that top 12. So I believe they're gonna look to just fight really hard today and secure their slots. Hopefully they can do that. Do you think it's possible that Berserk Generation secures their slot in the top 12 just as they did in the last season?
It is indeed possible, as we saw Elite Hunters not really put on a spectacular performance, and they're currently sitting on 194 matches played. The Berserk Generation were, if I believe, 20 points or 10 points off of the Elite Hunters. So if they have even bad games all day around, they should still be able to rack up enough points to get in, unless they have like 11-12 placement every match with no eliminations. There's no way they don't get into that top 12. But speaking of top 12, PDX are still holding on to the top 1 spot as they pick up their 6th elimination, almost sending Berserk Generation back to the lobby, cutting them down to just a single player. FNS will be running wild with 7 eliminations on the board. It is quite the performance. FNS is a team that they could be a top contender for the top 1 spot, but they have the issue of overextending and overcommitting to fight. We saw them choke on the last day of week, and I don't think they lived that down just yet, because we're not letting them live that down. We keep reminding them so they don't make the same mistake that they did last time. Do you think they've learned from that, or do they take the same overextended mindset into the finals?
They might just stick to what has been, you know, working for them this long into the matchups too. Earlier on, you were talking about our Berserk Generation, you know, is sort of safe, but I think that's overestimation of their position, if I may say, because they are not the only squad in that bottom 6 here. In the last 6 that still have lots of games to play, and most of the teams in the last 6 are teams that are playing today. So I think Berserk Generation has to work overtime today if they actually want to just secure their spot in that top 12, man, because they are not the only teams that will be playing today. And yeah, just that's pretty much it about Berserk Generation, to be honest. Underground esports team looking to turn everything upside down over here at Shipyard as they engage FNS esports team. FNS currently on top of the elimination leaderboard. I think Underground esports team might be looking to send them back here, man. They might be looking to put an early stop to the reign, of the FNS esports team players. Look, he's in going uphill here with the Energizer, looking to just dismantle his opponents. Now jumps in with a Mark 7. We love to see some Mark 7 action, man. The weapon always gets the job done, and that's why since the very first week of the knockout stage, it is the most used weapon, man. Really impressive weapon. The players love it, man. You don't really have to rely too much on your accuracy when it comes to the Mark 7, unlike other shotguns like the Trogon and the M590 that are heavily dependent on your headshot rate, man. So pretty much all players that know that they can at the very least secure shots on you are always equipping the gun, man. It's easier to use than other shotguns. Then them Jogo players looking to third party here. Bad move though. Solos gets dismantled from afar. Netro will be looking to get a drop off on the player from the end. Jaguar and Jux versus Netro. M590 versus M590. Neutral takes it. Neutral shows why he is the better fragger amongst the two. Walcott, who was the main sniper, who was the MVP, I believe, from yesterday's games, is serving a pick here, man, as he is being pressed. He's going to be looking to just avoid enemy contacts at by any means here from what we can see, man. The man is looking to just hide out beside the vehicle, man. He doesn't want to get spotted. He knows if he gets spotted, that's going to be the end of the road for his team in the first match. I feel like a lot of these teams are really going hard this first match, considering the fact that we've not seen any team actually get sent back to lobby. PDX in a pickle here against Stars Esports team, who seems to be going really hard. They go knock for knock, but PDX will be getting a revive on their teammates. Who's in a 1 versus 4 situation. Does not look good. Then Rick shuts him down with that M590, man. Then Rick, who is the player with the highest headshot rate, the highest on target headshot rate in the entire tournament, will be showing us exactly why he holds that title. Still nobody gets sent back to lobby just yet. All 12 squads are still very much alive and well in this. Near them, Jogo have not really been at it since the very start of the game. They are still alive, but they are not well, if you ask me, man. They have 0 eliminations. Ooh. And barely all their squads are in this first elimination, first squad wipe of the day. FNS will be getting sent back to lobby, man. They might have overcommitted, if you ask me, because they went really hard at the very start of the game, and I think that's exactly why they have been sent back to lobby here. Don't you agree with me, Zeno?
I do agree indeed. FNS is a strong team without a doubt, but they still need to learn when to be patient and when to apply pressure. And speaking of teams that need to do well, like you said earlier, Stars Esports is a team that also might just be ready to get into the top 12 if they keep playing the way they're playing, because 13 and 14 still have 6 matches to play. That's Berserk Generation and Stars Esports. They still have 6 matches to be played today. So if they have a solid performance on all 6 matches, they will definitely be back in the top. Most of the top 12 we have on the leaderboard right now are already done with the 24 matches. And whatever team has played 24 matches is not making it to the finals. But the syndicates are done. They're back in the lobby. Sorry, they're back in the registration site, waiting for the next tournament to be open. Crimson Myth almost sending another team back to the lobby. The ES will be going up and sending the bird. Babby putting up 16 eliminations in this matchup. Underground Kings are doing their best to keep up and try and match the pace of Paradox, but it's going to be rather difficult as the newcomers are trying to overthrow the King, and the King is not yet old. He has not yet given up their grip on power. Stars Esports are not having their best time as Damien will take out Shushu. They need to do pretty good. Stars Esports, they don't need to do 20 kills games. We just need them to place top 6 consistently with at least 5 or 6 kills, and that will definitely guarantee their spot in the top 12, don't you think?
Yes, sir. If they can actually, go full throttle in this matches, still find a way to play safe while simultaneously going full throttle, they should be able to guarantee those points that they will require if they want to make it into that top 12. But I think it's likely. But I think the play coming in from PDX here, though, is to just lock as many teams out. In what sense? They are just trying to reduce the amount of points that's actually left for the other teams to farm. So I believe this is a very wicked but very necessary play coming in from the PDX Sporting players, already with the highest amount of eliminations in the first map, and they are not slowing down from the looks of the Berserk Generation. My regret that rotation here, as IO Esports might be looking to pummel a bit at them now. Underground Esports team also coming in play here. Bootmaker in favor of Underground Esports team from what we can. Esports team players looking to rotate. Berserk Gen versus IO Esports team over here at the hill located between Catalyst Tiwa and Observatory. Who wins out here? Underground coming in as a third party. Bye Damien gets shot down. 10 scores still left in this. They are going to be going in with the healing UAV now. Liam just not turning. Bad move. Lucasian catches him off guard with the M590. What a beautiful knockdown. Neutral looking to make his way out of that tight situation. It's going to be locked up with the Berserk Generation Esports team players. From what I can see here, Berserk Generation are locked up here, and they are most definitely not happy about their position right now. But I think the Underground Esports team might be looking to let it slide. Never mind, they go at it with the glue wall melters. Oh my god, can you see the shotguns in play here? They open out the window. Charles quickly jumps out. Marcien couldn't escape it, and Lucchese will be securing yet another elimination against the Berserk Generation, man. That's a perfect example of how you overpower your opponent, of how you dominate and just set an absolute dominance dominance when you actually come up when you actually come up against an opponent, man. What a splendid play coming in from the underground esports team players, man. They pretty much gave Berserk Generation no hope at all, man. They had them stuck in that particular spot, and they made sure to actually just lock in their eliminations against them, man. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to run to, man. That's a perfect example of a well practiced play style. Underground esports team might be looking to get involved here as they take the elimination title from the Paradox esports team, now racking up 20 eliminations, becoming the first esports team to actually get 20 kill bombs in the first map. What a start, man. They are actually going for the crown, and they are trying to overthrow the current Kings, the current King Paradox esports team to operate. They get set back to the lobby. Sulfur esports team a bit of a pickle here. Safe zone not on their side, and they are getting destroyed, man. Getting sandwiched from left and right. It doesn't look good, man. Underground esports team on their west and Crimson Mate on their east, and that's exactly why, you know, they are finding it really, really hard to evade the shots from the opponents, man. No other place to run to but north. Speaking of north, beautiful straight shots coming in from Crimson Mate esports team player Deku as he secures the elimination against the underground esports team players. Quick finishing coming in from him. Underground esports team now looking to engage in this showdown on the bridge. Who wins out here, underground or Crimson Mate? Nice glue up placement coming in from the underground esports team players, but Crimson Mate players will be looking to destroy the walls with their glue up melters. Nox might be looking to lead the push here for Crimson Mate esports team players, going at it with a sniper. No knockdowns just yet. Stars esports team players will be racking in those eliminations. Still, Boatmaker will be getting destroyed finally. I think it has finally expired, man. It took a sweet time. It sure did. Nice use of the troubles coming in from the Crimson Mate esports team players. Goes at it with the flash freeze and dragon fuses. Mitsuke will be forced to jump down here. His teammate does the same thing. Crimson Mate found a way to assert dominance on that bridge. Paradox esports team players looking to get the best of Stars esports team players as they look to rotate. Akai playing the role of a flanker here for Stars esports team, and as he consistently just hammers away at the opponent with a sniper and marksman rifle. Nice knockdown in favor of PDX here, and they plunge away with the grenades. Beautiful stuff. Crimson Mate looking to third party though. Sneaky might get dropped. Ledex is also dropping, but they're going to be finding a way to get that revive on their teammate though. Underground esports team players, they just have their eyes set out on the Stars esports team players. They managed to keep most of their players alive, but they did lose a player to Crimson Mate there over there on the bridge. Two teams with over 20 eliminations in the first map, man. These two teams seem to be the major monopolists in the entire market, man, and they are showing us a grand style. Don't you agree with Zero?
Teams are putting on quite the performance heading into this final zone. Paradox on 20 elimination. Whoa! That's a massive grenade coming from the Paradox esports team. Sneaky is insane with the grenade. He's a grenader and a sniper. What a versatile player we have here, but they will be losing one. Ledex might be getting eliminated as well. Crimson Mate have a good spot, but it might just become their own coffin as they will have to drop down, and they have two teams right beneath them. Stars esports are down to just one player. Solar Flare are down to a single player as well. The zone is not in favor of Stars, and so unfortunately for Paradox, they get eliminated by CM Anonymous. Crimson Mate are doing a very good job of keeping themselves in this game. Stars esports will be placing fourth in this lobby. Unfortunate for them, but it is the best performance. It is exactly what they need to do, what the level that they need to play at to guarantee that spot in the top 12. The zone is pulling towards the final spot. Zoro, who do you think comes out on top of this three-way?
Let's find out. Final season battle between the three squads. Underground esports team, Crimson Mate and Solar Flare. Solar Flare esports team do not have the numbers to withstand the might of these two teams. So the best play coming in from them might be to just camp this one out. Neutral with the sniper waiting for any opponent to actually walk into his line of sight. From looks of things, Crimson Mate might actually be the favorite to walk away as the victor of this first map, because the way they managed to assert dominance against the PDX esports team was absolutely fantastic, man. They gave them nowhere to run to. nowhere to hide, and they just kept on plunging away with their grenades. And eventually, Paradox Esports team could not handle the hits, man. They had to just falter to their might. Crimson Esports team player Deco on the offense here with the machine gun. Zaza in big trouble. Nox closes in on him and gets that elimination. Lukizi now from behind. Beautiful strategic play from Crimson man. Found a way to surround Underground Esports team without being noticed. But I think that plan is gonna be failing here, man. As Deku gets noticed, he also has most of his HP reduced, where he will be going in with the medkit to rejuvenate himself. Lukizi with the grenade now. Nox look at lead the push now with the F590. Him versus Neutral. Neutral turns out to be the better rusher here, the better attacker with that M590. Deku in a hot spot here. 1 versus 3. Easy dubs to Underground Esports team. What a frenetic finish coming in from the Underground Esports team, and they managed to keep their cool and also walk away with as the team with the highest number of eliminations in that first map. Booyah to their name.
Underground Esports coming in with the first booyah for today with over 25 eliminations is absolutely phenomenal performance for these players, as we did expect to see them come in hot, but we didn't expect to see them come in this hot, because before you got here, Zoro, you know, we always run a practice match to see where the teams stand, how they're feeling, and just to set everything up, right? Would you believe that Paradox killed 48 players in the practice match? 48 players loaded in, and Paradox had 48 eliminations heading into this game.
The one practice match that I missed. The one practice match that I missed because of Lagos traffic.
I'm telling you, absolute cinema. 48 elimination is the mindset Paradox came in early, but Crimson Myth was also a strong team, as this Crimson Myth actually did win the practice match, coming in with 22 eliminations and a win. They sent Paradox back to the lobby, but it did show where everyone was, and Crimson Myth and Paradox and Underground as well are playing as well as they did in the practice game. Paradox definitely has a lot more competition because a lot of teams are taking it a lot more seriously now, but it was an absolute phenomenal banger of a match. Stars Esports are doing exactly what they need to do, getting that top 4 placement with a decent number of elimination. If they can keep replicating that, they should be staying in that top 12, and we will be seeing them in the grand finals, and they have a chance to win from the activated prize pool. But that's just the way it goes. We will be sending you on a quick break as we look at the highlights and then get back with the second map for today's games.
I guess that you'll never know.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final day of the knockout stage. And what an end to the first game! And the players poured their hearts out in that first map. Man, we saw a lot of teams give almost their all in that first map. I believe we had over two teams with 20 eliminations, which is not something you see very often. But yeah, we should be going straight into the results from that particular map. We want to see the effects that the match that they just play actually has on the leaderboard. So yeah, let's get the leaderboard right now. Let's see where the teams stand. Which team do you think will be on top of that on top of the leaderboard, Zeno? Do you think it will be on the round esports team? I feel like it has to be.
It definitely is going to be the Underground Esports team as they finish in first place with the most eliminations from that matchup. It was quite the game, honestly. I did expect to see. Actually, I got exactly what I expected. Except Berserk Generation, they still have a lot to do if they want to get in that top 12 because Elite Hunters is done with 24 games. They are in 12th position, and Berserk Gen have enough. Like, they still have 5 more matches to put in a solid performance to get the points up. Don't do that. It's going to be GG's for them here. But let's take a look at that leaderboard to see where everyone stands on this after the first match. Sorry.
Yes, coming in first, we've got Underground Esports team with 38 points and Booyah also 26 eliminations, which is, I believe, half of the lobby, man, if you do the math. Coming in second, we have Paradox Esports team with 29 points, 6 placement points, and 23 eliminations. Coming in third, we've got Crimson Myth with 23 points, man, and you can really see, the effect of the elimination points come in play, man. The teams with the most elimination points always tend to be ranked in the first 6 anytime, any day. Coming in last, though, we've got Burnox with 1 point. Berserk Generation coming in second to last with 4 points. So it's not a great start, man. But a team that's having a great start here should be Stars Esports team with 15 points already, man. They need to consistently keep those points coming in because, the two teams that really have a high hope of actually making their way into that top 12 are Stars Esports team and Berserk Generation. So they have to be really, really consistent. They have to run a tight ship today, man. Today is the day that actually matters the most for them, and today is the day they've been waiting for to actually prove themselves and show the crowd that they deserve to be in that finals. I'm really looking forward to seeing some new faces in the finals. What's your thought on the way FNS Fire actually burnt out in the first map, though, Zeno? Do you think they were really, really they were too strong actually early on into the map, or do you think they were not?
FNS did have a pretty solid start coming for that third party at the mill to pick up 7 eliminations. But just like I said earlier, they do have a tendency to overextend and overcommit to the fights, which does always find a way to bite them back where they least expect it. And it bit them very early this time as we saw them get eliminated as the first team to go out. And I'm looking at the comments and seeing people say we're wasting time but the teams do need time to get ready. They do need time to make the substitutions to prepare themselves getting into the next game. And we also have to pass on a lot of information. It's not scrims. This is Pro League. There's going to be commentary. But so Stars Esports are having a phenomenal start as we see them in 5th place with 7 placement points and 8 eliminations. If they keep doing this, they will be able to go for a 10th position on the overall leaderboard at the end of today's games. If they do even better, they should be going for the top 9 actually, which is not a very bad place to be at because they are currently the 14th team on the leaderboard. Berserk Generation have to do a lot better as they are sitting at 11th in this after the first game with 4 points only, 3 elimination points, and 1 point from placement. It's going to be an uphill battle if they keep going into the second half like this, but it's only the first game. So let's see how they fare on the second matchup and see what these players have in store for us in these coming games.
Do you think Paradox Esports team will once again dominate in this next map, or do you think, as we just saw Underground Esports team doing the last map, they will be able to overcome Paradox Esports team? What's your thought on that?
Underground Esports did give Paradox Esports a solid run for their money. They have made them aware in this game as they finished the first game with 26 eliminations and 12 placement points, leaving a total of 38. And that's usually what we see from Paradox in the first matchup specifically. But Paradox went out second, far behind, just 9 points behind them actually, with 23 eliminations and 6 points from placement. it's going to be an interesting finals for Paradox Esports, as it is going to be shown that the Underground Kings, who were also the Amigos last time we saw them in fall, and a team that gave Paradox a run for their money last time, is coming back prepared and ready to basically light the stage on fire. They were quite quiet in the first week, as Paradox did gap everyone by a lot in the first week, but we are in the second week now. Paradox is they're getting the gap is not that far anymore. Actually, the
But
gap
then,
was not that far starting off this game. It was 60 points between the top one team and the second team. Amigos are sending a very direct and clear message to the Paradox that we are not a team you can just bully and run past.
you
You
mean
get what I
underground?
mean?
You mean underground because
Yeah, underground.
they've like sort of, how do I say this? They've renovated their name to Underground Esports Team now, but still seeing their players play the same way and even better is definitely something we love to see. We should be getting straight into the next map, which is Kalahari, ma'am, as we love to just make our way into this particular map, man. Kalahari always delivers on all accounts, man. We love to see the eliminations. We love to see the teams actually rotate in this particular map. There's definitely tons of infrastructure though when it comes to Kalahari map, which means you have to be careful when you actually choose to engage squads, as most squads will most likely have cover coming into Kalahari. We did go on a short break just now, so we hope you guys have actually made your way over to Shop to Game and you have grabbed those diamonds, because you're gonna need them if you want to grab the popular, the famous Buriram bundle, if you want your squad to be grabbing those booyahs, if you want them to be getting in those eliminations and squad wipes. The best way to start is definitely by getting that Buriram bundle, not by going to training ground, man. Don't go to training ground, just buy the Buriram bundle and head over to your match. If you don't clutch, arrest Zeno. All right, we are officially in the press.
Why is
Why not Zeno? You see me this comment, right? Alright, we're officially on the way into the first map here. We see Silver Esports team off to a great start. Azaza once again, their sniper racketing those eliminations for them, and with that P90, the moment bro had his hands on a weapon, man, bro knew was gonna do some serious damage, and boy is he doing some serious damage against Stars Esports team. And Stars Esports team on the receiving end of these shots that are being fired by the Solo Flag Esports team. They are most definitely not happy about the fact that they share the same landing spot with Solo Flag Esports team when it comes to Kalahari, but if they cannot overcome them or overpower them, they'll most definitely be getting sent back to lobby. PDX still on top of that elimination leaderboard though, with one elimination to their name. Stars Sporting fans away to get a revive on their players. Nice work coming from Brown Knuckles though, as they look to engage these sort of like esports team players. Really great stuff coming in from Stars Esports though, making sure that they did not actually lose any man in their engagement with this sort of like esports team. Great stuff coming in from them. Brown Knuckles do have company over here at Council Hall, as IO esports team is not too far off. UAV in play, which means most teams are actually very much aware of the locations of the opponents. Rush Guard on top of that building here. He does have heights now. Big mistake though. He doesn't have cover. He did have the heights advantage, but he didn't have the cover that he needed to prevent getting shot at, which means he could have shot, but he could have avoided getting shot, which is a very, very risky situation to find yourself in. Interesting play coming in from Sprizzy here, showing us that ego rusher. Big mistake though. You don't want to be too egotistical when you choose to engage teams like Burn Knuckles, especially when they have most of their players alive and well into the game. Lorem, their main Farga, and Damian will be the remaining man for the IO esports team, and they'll be looking to make their way out of that scene. Man, what's your thought on that play we just witnessed between Burn Knuckles and IO esports team?
Burn Knuckles is not a team to be scared of currently with the level of performance they have put out. But our esports could have easily dominated that. But we are seeing that ego, like you said, get the better of them. As why would Spryzen be taking a zipline straight towards where you know three people are sitting and waiting for you? He was begging to get eliminated there, and he did indeed get eliminated. But we see a third party coming in from the Solo Flare squad, and they are doing pretty good for themselves to pick up 2 eliminations on the Burn Knuckles. Flux might just be the last man standing, but the dangerous Crimson Myth, a team that has gotten a massive boost in performance, Asuna probably has been giving these men just massive threats on getting eliminated early, because usually when we see the Crimson Myth, they're not a team that is as oppressive. They're usually a team that sits in the 9th to 12th region, but this time we're seeing them do pretty good for themselves to make it all the way to the top 6, which is a massive jump in
it's the Asuna effect.
It's the Asuna effect. I can't wait to see what the interview with them is going to look like. But let's take a look at what these teams have in store for us. IL Esports might just be getting eliminated as Lorem is the only man standing here. Solarflare gone prime
Oh
might just be the only
boy.
man standing here. He was and he is dead now. But Rushcard comes in to get a knock. Can he get a finish on that kill from Gone Prime? Because getting a free kill is never a bad thing. You've earned it. Oh, 142 unlucky, was not able to get the second knock. Zoro, do you think IL Esports are going to be as oppressive as they were yesterday, or do they get overpowered by the sheer dominance of the teams in this lobby today?
Let's find out over here as they look to engage the Crimson Esports team players. As we mentioned, elimination points, be it kills that were stolen or kills that were earned, in a deserving manner, it doesn't really matter, man. You need those elimination points. Get them at any means and by any means, man. As you've mentioned, also we see Crimson actually step out of their comfort zone this season, man. They've decided to be way more aggressive instead of being passive, and it's really good to see their coach, who we have tagged as Asuna, really inspire them to go out of their way and just to let them know that they're a team that is a contender for that top 3 spots when it comes to the overall leaderboard. Akai will be getting eliminated by the Solarflare Esports team players as once again they apply pressure. From looks of things, we see Solarflare Esports team actually go out of their way to just engage in way more battles that they have been engaging in the past week, which is good stuff, really. This is what we've been screaming and shouting for from the Solarflare Esports team, and we've been telling them to get out of their comfort zone, and we've been telling them to actually attack more, and it's good to see them finally do it when it matters the most, man. Hopefully it is enough to secure a slot for them in that top 12. Currently reigning as king on top of the elimination leaderboard, we have Crimson Meat with 7 eliminations here. Great stuff coming in from them, and they are having the time of their life over here at Kalahari, man. It seems they have mastered their rotation when it comes to Kalahari, man. They seem to know where to rotate to, where to find the opponent, how to use the buildings, how to just apply enough pressure without really losing men there. We see them Jogo Esports team players though engage the Solarflare Esports team player with the usage of the ball to make it to great usage of absolute advantage in that situation. If you ask me, man, they had the absolute advantage. They had both maker in play, they had the rifles to get the job done, and they are gonna be really happy about the result from this 4 versus 4 situation. Solarflare Esports team now down to their last player. From what we can see, they have racked up 5 elimination points, but they need more. Right now, what should be going through everybody's minds is more, bro. You need more points, and one better way to get that by getting more elimination points and more rank scores. Liam gets eliminated right there, coming in from the name Jogo Esports player. Anjo is not playing about with that card, man. As I've mentioned before, man, it's great to see the buff on the card actually affect the gun in a very positive way, man. Players now use the gun more than they used to in the past couple of seasons. Cracked by the opponent as Anjo eliminates him with that corner. Protect Generation are just unable to find a foothold in the last couple of games, man. I think there's really something wrong with the squad, man. I think they are having some serious structural issue here, man, because this is not Berserk Generation that we watched play last season, man. They're a team that usually at this point in time have double-digit elimination minimum, but now we see them barely struggle to even hit double-digit elimination even more than halfway through the game, man, which means there's something wrong somewhere, be it the coach or the players, man. There's definitely something wrong, and they need to find out what that is quickly before it costs them even more tournament. But on the grassroots level though, they seem to be performing excellently for themselves. FNS fucking those elimination points now as they rack up 6 eliminations. Great stuff coming in from them. They seem to be really eager to remain consistent with those elimination kills, elimination points too. Near them Juggernaut with 9 points to their name, 9 eliminations. Sorry, they are doing quite well for themselves. Thank you. And knowing them Jogo here we're not only going to see them do this in one match, because as I've mentioned multiple times, they are the most disciplined, most consistent team in the entire lobby. So if you see them perform a certain way in a particular map, especially if it's a good way, trust me, they're gonna do the exact same thing in the next game. So great stuff coming from there and Jugo, and knowing them, it will be really fascinating to see how they just work their way through doing it consistently. Then Rick with that beautiful one tap, as my man Fiji would say. Great stuff coming from PDX as they rack up 8 eliminations to their name. Then Jugo still on top of the elimination leaderboard. Zeno, what's your thought on the fact that we have lots and lots of teams making their way, making an appearance on the elimination leaderboard?
My thoughts are not on the teams that are making their appearance on the leaderboard, as that is expected at this level and at this stage. My thoughts are on the teams that are yet to make an appearance on the leaderboard. Like a team, Underground Esports just got their first 3 eliminations as soon as I started that statement line. But Stars Esports are yet to pick up an elimination, and they did pretty good for themselves when they started. Unfortunately for Top Rated, they will be getting out early again with only 3 eliminations to themselves. Top Rated are a team that is also at risk of getting knocked out of the top 12 position. And if they keep going with the way they're playing right now, when we get to the mid games for today, it is going to be terrible if they get sent back to the lobby. And they might just be getting sent back to contest for more grassroots tournaments and build their way back up here to see if they can get to this stage again. I think they were denied entry into the spring finals last time, and they might just be denied entry into the grand finals for the fall season again. It would if that is the case twice, unfortunate for them, but maybe like reset the entire roster at this point. Underground Kings might be getting shut down as Neutral goes down and looks in. Paradox are trying to shut down the Underground Kings. I feel like they acknowledge them as competitors and they want to stop them as early as possible. If you let them run freely, they will be causing a lot of problems for them later on in the tournament. Don't you think so?
Yes, sir. If they allow them continuously roam free, they will most definitely do some serious damage. And I believe the issue with the top rated esports team players is the fact that they still believe that they don't have anything to lose. They have to think as a team that has everything to lose, man. They cannot go back to contesting at the grassroots level where they compete for daily 2K and stuff like that, man. They have to look, just tell yourself, we can't go back, man. We need to apply all the pressure we have. We need to use all our cards at this moment, at this particular time. If they continue to play like this, they will most definitely not make their way into the grand finals. Still remaining consistent with those eliminations as I predicted. Me and Jogo now with 13 eliminations. They are applying pressure on PDX, who are currently on top of the elimination leaderboard. Windy with the M590 gets those elimination against Nox. What a splendid play coming in from PDX players, man. Five eliminations, 2 Sneaky and Windy from what we can see. Underground esports team players will be losing a player. They will be getting a revive quickly. Great stuff coming in from Midscape, and the teamwork from the Underground esports team is one of the reasons why they are one of the most feared esports team. And Serib, Lukiz, and Midscape, Nutra especially loves to show us exactly why they're a team that works fantastically well together. Angel right there on the building with the card, looking to do some serious damage against the opponents that are on the opposing end. I believe that's gonna be PDX coming in play here. Serif with the Mark 10, not my weapon of choice if you ask me, man. I'm more of a shotgun man. I don't know about you, Zeno, man. I love to be in close range situations with the Mark 7 or an M590, not a Mark 10, and that's exactly why, man.
I'm all for SMGs.
Oh boy, I'm not for SMGs. You can see
SMG dominance.
But you can see that I'm right here, man. You can see how the man just got bullied when the shotgun users actually came knocking, bro. When the shotgun users actually come knocking, you don't want to be with a Mac 10. Trust me, especially a Mac 10. You can't be with another SMG, maybe an MP5, MP40, but a Mac 10 when it's not fully maxed out would definitely. We definitely get to step back to the lobby, man. The shotgun users continue to knock on the door of the SMG users as they just decimate the opponent with their full might and wrath. Nice play coming in from Derrick as he gets those easy eliminations against the NM Jugo. Crimson Me Sporting players with those eliminations. Bro, like
somebody shut down Denrique. That brother does. He's creating paths that we don't usually see in pro play. Like they were upstairs. He got on the balcony and jumped in the window. That man was breaking and entering to send his squad back to the lobby. My goodness, Nemzogo did not see. I did not even see that coming actually. But Whip will get put down by Sneaky and the Paradox team as they look to send Crimson Myth back to the lobby. Since practice games and even in the first matchup, Crimson Myth has been a thorn in the Paradox side. They've managed to send them back to the lobby twice now. Will they do this again for a third time, or do they get shut down this time?
We see a lot of people letting us know in the comment section that PDX might actually get the booyah this time around. I think with the way they are playing, actually, it's very, very likely that they grab that booyah, man. They are really plunging away and they are really impressing me, man. See a team remain consistent even when it doesn't really matter for them, because I believe they already have more than enough points to make their way into that final. So seeing a team remain consistent even when it's pretty much guaranteed shows me that they play not just for points but for passion. And, at times, passion is more than enough enough to show the fans, show everybody why you're exactly where you are and who you are. And FNS Sports will be racking those elimination points, though. We are getting closer and closer to that final ring, that final saves. And if you're just joining here, welcome to the second game. We are almost halfway through, but trust me, we're just getting started, to be honest, man. As FNS racks in those eliminations, good to see yet another team hit that double elimination mark. PDX Sporting players looking to rotate here. Windy on the flank, sneaking on the other end of the flank, and LedX receiving some serious shot. Nice play coming in from FNS players now. Tai Long with the rifle, Sleazy on the other end with the sniper. Both players doing very well for themselves, man. They are just making up for each other's openings, closing each other's openings, and just making sure that both players have cover when they need be. Great stuff coming in from both players as they allow each other to actually rotate into their safe space. PDX Sporting players become the first squad to hit a 20-kill bomb in the second map of the game, and this is really, really great stuff coming in from them, and it's really, really impressive to see a team, as I've mentioned before, remain consistent even when it doesn't really matter. But I think the play here, as I said earlier, is for them to actually take all of the points, so there's pretty much very little for others to take, and that's exactly why I said PDX does not share in another clip, man. I said it, and it's really great to see the fact that it's really good to see them continue to remain stingy with those points, man. You don't want to overshare your points, because if you do share your points, you give teams like Underground Esports team the mind and liver that they need for them to actually challenge you when they eventually come up close and personal with you. UND Sporting players in a bit of a pickle here. They might be down to your last two players. Lorem in a tight spot. He is a major fragger, a major rusher in the contest, but I don't think that's enough to save him here as he gets eliminated from behind. Neutral does his things and sends him back to the lobby. I think the prediction coming in from the chat might just unfold here, man, as PDX are one more step closer to being crowned the champions of this particular match. How does this end up? Sneaky with the sniper did connect the 150. Just wasn't enough to eliminate the man here. Sneaky looking to rotate here. Roko, last time alive for Stars Esports team, making sure to secure that placement point for his squad. He knows that all points matter at this stage, but unluckily for him, it's gonna be ending right there. Style Long with the sniper, finish him off. Nice knock in favor of UND there. Rotation 2 vs 4. PDX is coming in close. Led X to the F590. Full throttle play coming in from PDX players as they look to just get rid of Underground Esports team, and it's all systems go. Any means necessary, they will send you back to the lobby. And boy, do I love the animation from the Dragon Freeze, man. I love seeing it in play, especially in final season fights like this, man. Underground Esports team under a lot of pressure. They are losing HP. 2 knocks, 3 knocks in favor of PDX. My God, FNS is bleeding seriously here, man. They did not make great uses of their numbers, and this is exactly why PDX is the current champion, man. Yet another booyah in favor of them. What a booyah to their name. What a squad, man. And what a prediction from the chats,
Indeed, it was. Whoever, I can't remember who exactly made the prediction that PDX is taking this map, but you were on points with
with W prediction,
and
man.
Paradox coming in with a 26 kill game, I believe, to take the second booyah for today is absolutely phenomenal. They're responding to the Underground Kings that they are still alive and they are still ready to dominate in these games. It is absolutely insane seeing the number of teams that are putting in quite the amount of work in the elimination. The leaderboard is looking spicy today as we are seeing a lot of double-digit teams. And Stars Esports, I'm not sure where they placed this game, but they're doing pretty good for themselves. If they can maintain and somehow manage to end up in the top 6 of this group at the end of today's games, they should definitely be in that top 12. And I would love to see Stars Esports make it to the top 12, as they are the only team in the tournament so far with a female player on the league. So,
Zeno, did you not say that did not matter? Stop right here. Did you not say that did not matter? Did you not say the fact that they had a female player did not matter?
No, listen. I'm not saying because they have a female player. I'm just using it to point out the fact that we have ladies in the chat right now that are only competing in the female leagues. You too can be there too if you play just like the Stars.
I mean, what better way to show that what a man can do, a woman can do better today? Like, what better way to prove it by actually?
I will say better. I can do 2. There's no better.
But wait, what in my mouth. But like, she's definitely in a position here where she can prove to the world that female esports players can actually compete at the same level. Hopefully, as you've said, Stars Esports team actually qualifies today. We should be going straight into the best of the best actions from the second matchup, man. Yet another booyah in favor of Paradox Esports team in the tournament, and they are just oozing away right now. Is it safe to say welcome back to the PDX show just yet? No, I think
It's
saying that
too
would be
early. It's too
yes, yes,
early.
yes. I know saying that would mean I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Can't lie to you, but still, man, what an amazing performance coming in from PDX. Over 20 eliminations and a booyah. Even when you're already at the top, I feel like PDX is just doing it for the passion, bro. They're just doing it to assert dominance and fear in their opponents because you don't need these points, man. They're just doing it for the fun of it. They're just doing it to taunt their opponents and let them know exactly. Like they're like, yo, you guys need to be reminded exactly why we are the only African team that has gone global. You guys need to be reminded exactly why we are your reigning champions. You people need to be reminded exactly why we are on top of the overall standing, man. And what a way for them to remind their opponents, man. Really great stuff coming from them. But still, it has to be said, man. Great work coming in from Underground Esports team and applying serious pressure on Paradox Esports team. I feel like teams like Underground Esports team and Dead Point Esports team are part of the reasons why PDX will continue to improve, man. Because as they always say, diamonds are created under pressure. And when you see teams like Underground Esports team and Dead Point Esports team actually apply pressure on Paradox, Paradox is forced to become better. Paradox is forced to be reborn into something much greater. And time after time, they become successful and they just do that, man. Really great stuff coming from Paradox Sports team. We should be going into today's standings from the matches that we've played today.
Yes, indeed. We should take a look at the leaderboard right about now. Paradox will be on top still. Welcome in everyone that's coming in just now. Underground Kings did take the first map on Bermuda, but Paradox will take a very strong win on the second map with Kalahari. Paradox now on top with 49 eliminations and 67 points in the second match. We have Underground Kings right behind them with 36 eliminations and 56 points. And in third game, we in third position, we have Crimson Myth still fighting strong with 38 points. FNS in fourth with 31. IL Esports with 26 for fifth place. And Stars Esports with 25 for sixth place. Our esports still have a lot to do if they want to stay in this if they want to get into that top 12. And Solar Flare have to do a lot better if they want to stay in the top 12 because they are also a team that is almost at a dangerous spot relegation wise, as a terrible performance today will send them all the way out of the top 12. It is going to be really sad for them, but we are heading to the midpoint matches for today's game, which will be Nextera and Purgatory. So what team is going to come out on top? Are we going to have a tussle between Underground Kings and Paradox like we did last time? Or are we going to see Paradox just absolutely dominate the entire lobby like what we saw in day one of the knockout stages?
I feel like that's the obvious question, but the question that's not really obvious is a question of whether FNS should really be counted out just here, because FNS too has been making some serious big boy moves too. I feel like they have some serious potentials that is yet to, how do I say this, yet to unfold, yet to just emerge for the crowd to see. But still, man, we see them, randomly pull out some crazy clutches time after time, randomly make their way into that final third in almost every match. So I feel like we shouldn't count them out just here, man. I feel like a team like FNS too should also be watched out for. And one thing that's really disappointing me right now is Berserk Generation. And Berserk Generation have not really been at it. I expected them to just go all Super Saiyan mode right now, man. They should be seriously locked in, man. Like I expected them to be like running through the lobby by now. At the very least, get those easy points from the teams that have already lost, like teams like Top Rated. Now you should already rack in those points from them. I'm sorry, Top Rated. I
What do
love
you
you.
mean teams have already lost? That's absolutely insane.
But I feel
But you're
like
not
this.
wrong. You're not wrong. The way you said it might be wrong, but you're not wrong. They should actively be farming the teams that are at a lower standing than them. You see, the same thing, different wording. But they should farm teams like Top Rated and Soul Society, as those teams have been underperforming like crazy in today's games. But
And
it
to be
is still going
sincere,
to be.
to be sincere, there's no hope for Soul Society. So why not farm eliminations from there? So Soul Society at this point, go and dash Berserk Generation. So like we're seeing, like it's like Soul Society is like a reincarnation of Forza Esports team too. We also saw another team do this exact same thing last season, like Forza Esports team. Like they made their way into the knockout stage, then they just started flunking. So it genuinely breaks my heart. But like dash out the elimination points if you can.
But welcome, Toby. This is your first time here. Welcome to the FFWS Africa 2026 Fall Split. Heading into the third map for today, the start of the midpoints. It is Nextera, the first future city of free fire. We will be seeing a very beautiful match going on here. But before we see the match, you should go see yourself to shop to game and get some diamonds, because that will make you look even better in the game. You look nicer. You look very good, very good, very nice. But
Very
heading into the
sweet.
third map, Zoro, who do you think is going to come in with a dominating presence? As we look at Intellect Center, Underground Kings will be going up against Crimson Myth in a 50-50 split.
I can't lie. I feel like Solar Flame may actually come out a bit stronger in this matchup, because I believe at this point they need to remind the people, and luckily for them, they're going to be having the perfect opportunity to remind people of exactly who they are. But in time after time, we see Underground Esports team actually showcase their dominance in the next term map. So it's really tough to say this particular team is going to come out stronger, but I'm really hoping that teams like Solar Flame Esports team and Berserk Generation come out tougher and stronger in this matchup. But eliminations just keep pouring, just keep flowing in for the Underground Esports team as they rack in yet another elimination, man. Beautiful stuff coming in from the UND Esports team. Berserk Generation in a confrontation here. They might be able to get those points that they have been desperately looking for, but Charles 4 shots. Crack with the M4A1. This map definitely tops off from shop to game with this type of skins I'm seeing, man. And the IO Esports team are being made to flee from the scenes, but great stuff coming in from Berserk Generation Esports team players as they manage to get those points that they've been desperately looking for. That's going to be 3 easy points to their name. They just have to keep the momentum flowing. This is the time for them to keep pushing and keep just fighting through the way, man, because if they decide to slow down now, if they decide to, you know, rest a bit, they are definitely going to be missing out on lots of points, because we do have lots of lobby farmers in this particular lobby. Crack to be sending IO Esports team back to the lobby, and I think that's going to be a sign of lack of professionalism from the IO Esports team, because the least you can do here as a team that has made it to this stage in your esports career is to avoid losing your entire squad when you engage 4 versus 4 against another esports team. You should have a backup. You should have an anchor man, like we see teams like Vent Esports team and PDX do have. You should be able to, you know, have a man that you call out and say, oh, get out of the way, man, we might get wiped out here. But time after time, IO Esports team fail to get a man like that, and I believe that's why they are really struggling here, man. First squad has been saying back to but there's gonna be IO Esports team, and Underground Esports team might just falter here against the Burn Knuckles. The elimination coming in favor of Underground Esports team as we speak, though. Flush going at it with a Winchester. Guts might be looking to flee from the scene. It seems the man does not have enough guts to stay and fight, but that might have just been the best move coming in from him, man, as his teammate will be getting eliminated. Fons making great use of his rifle and close range confrontation here. Marciano be getting dropped. Once again, we see Protect Generation involved in yet another battle. Is this a sign that they are finally awoken from their slumber? Is this a sign that they finally mean business? And I'm really here for him, and I said Protect Generation is going to come out stronger in this map, and it's great to see them actually go all systems go in this particular map. 6 eliminations to their names now, and they are currently swimming on the elimination leaderboard. 11 scores still alive, 38 players, which means lots of eliminations for these teams to still farm. This is the time to be on that get-go. This is not the time to sleep. If you're a team and you're listening, please, all systems go from here on out. Unless you're PDX and Underground Esports team, you need to be at alert.
Indeed, you do need to be at alert if you are not the PDX or Underground Kings, because those are your top 2 teams in this matchup. Crimson Myth still have a shot at getting that second position, because we saw them just be, I think, 15 points behind the Underground Kings, and they are a team that has greatly improved in the way they play. Unfortunately for IL Esports to be the first team to get sent back to the lobby, but that gives Berserk Generation a good chance to get better placements. We saw them in the bottom 6 of this lobby, and they need to stay in the top 6 or at least 7th position if they want to guarantee themselves that top 12 position to go into the grand finals. It is PDX versus Crimson Myth, and then Reek, the anomaly of a support player, might be getting knocked here. He doesn't even play like a support player. He's always very straight into the middle of the fight, but Sneaky will be getting dropped by Wick and the Crimson Myth players. Unfortunate for him. Yes, Wick will be getting traded immediately after trying to get another knock, trying to send the Crimson Myth back to the lobby. Ledex will be going down. Unlucky for him, but the Russia Windy will be getting a quick revive up. The PDX are back up to full strength now. We have the Crimson Myth falling apart as a one-tap will go on against Nox. Windy is a dangerous one-tap player. He did play a lot of customs back in the day, and he was a ranked grinder. Now coming all the way to the pro leagues. For the people in the chat that are saying the regional players will do better than the pro players, there is a reason the pro players get a badge, not the regional players. Pro play is different, is a different beast from your ranked lobbies. And
It's,
these
this
players are
table
the
that you
best
want to
of the
shake.
best, top 18. I'm shaking it. I'm shaking it.
This table that you want to shake.
The pro players are these are the top 18 teams in the region as of now. So please do not care about the rank. They are still dominating in Pro League. 11 teams left with 40 players in this matchup. Zoro, who do you think comes out on top? And do you think ranked players are better than pro players?
Kind of like say I think pro players would have it, because if you put pro players and rank players in the exact same lobby here, you would see the pro players actually come out on top. But then, we have to give everybody their flowers. People, specialize in different aspects, different fields. So the rank pushers are definitely sweats in their own vicinity, in their own field of things. But now, concerning your question of who I think comes out on top, I feel like Project Generation does have a slight high chance of actually coming out on top here with the way they have been moving. We've seen them send almost 2 squads back to the lobby. But the issue I'm having with Project Generation is that they don't know how to engage in battles without losing at least one man. If they can, overcome that weakness, they would definitely be a team to be feared. Without a doubt, we've seen them Jogo and a battle against underground esports team right here. I think the thing about them Jogo is that if they see a building, they will climb it. If they see a mountain, they will climb it. And that's exactly why they are one of the most structural esports teams in this man. We saw them do the exact same thing last season in Purgatory, I believe, where they were literally on top of everywhere, man. They were cooking too. But it always backfires for them. Hopefully they've learned from the mistakes they made, whilst doing the same thing last season. And Jogo, though, I think they are very fine. Thank you. I believe they are also on that top 6 of the leaderboard, which means they should be very, very safe. But I think just to, secure their spot a bit more, they'll be looking to racking those elimination points. I believe after today's games, at the very least, they'll be making their way into that top 6, as they are currently ranked 7th. Burnockles will be looking to flee from the scene as PDX esports players look to press them. And this is what we say about PDX esports players, man. Most of their players knows how to handle action. They love the action also. Their sniper can handle action. Their sniper loves action. Same thing goes for their support. Same thing goes for their rusher. So I feel like the blood is just in everybody, man. The bloodlust is in everybody. Everybody has that hunger, that desire to be better, that desire to get someone that elimination leaderboard, that desire to dominate your opponent. I feel like it's in all of them, and that's exactly why they are the teams that usually end the map with the highest amount of eliminations. 10 scores left in this. You've asked me why I think is gonna end up on top. Who do you think is gonna end up on top, Zeno?
It does look like it might be an FNS game, because last week we saw FNS almost win this map. A heavy on almost win this map, because they did massively sell in the last zone battle there. Crack might just be the last man standing for his team, but does he get that quick revive on? He does get put down. Unlucky for him there. But the FNS squad are doing pretty good for themselves. They do pretty solid on this map every single time we see them play. Shushu will be going down. Unlucky. Maybe is the last one standing for the Stars esports. Is this the end for Stars? They need to keep getting those good placements. They don't really need to go for the eliminations, but they need to get good placement so they stay in that top 6 and guarantee themselves the top 12 for the finals. The final is going to be next week, Saturday, on the 6th of this month. So it is absolutely a must for you to do your best to stay alive all the way to get there. You've made it all the way to be over 100 teams to get to the top 18. The last day of the knockout stage, you do not want to bow out just here. Some teams already gone, like the Syndicate, but you don't want to join them.
It's really sad to see the Outlaw Syndicate, for sure. But that's how the cookie crumbles for them, and not everybody can be number one. Now, you're sort of wondering whether Stars Esports team might stay alive, but trust me, I'm not even interested in them, man. I'm really interested in seeing whether Berserk Generation can actually come back from this form, man, because, they are down to their last man. So if they can actually come back here, I feel like they definitely have a high chance of still emerging as the winner of this particular map. Then Reek with the sniper, Windy supporting him team. I think this is the thing we've said about PDX, man. They've decided to implement and just add way more sniping activities to their squad, and that's exactly why they have way more eliminations than they used to. Too. Before they used to, use a marksman rifles, and then their sniper with snipers. But now I feel like after they came back from the EWC, they just sort of made an addition of everybody, must use a sniper, a couple of instructions to everybody, and that's exactly why we see way more sniping in their vicinity. To be honest, FNS esports team looking to engage the top rated esports team players, but from looks of things, separated seems to be tired of taking damage as they are now down to their last two players, 10 plus minutes into the matchup, and the players are just getting started. Pretty much everybody has an elimination in this particular match, which means pretty much everybody will be getting a point, at least a point in this particular matchup. Near them, Jogo has been sent back to lobby, which is something I did not see coming. But what does that tell me? That actually tells me that they are yet to learn from the mistake of climbing on top of buildings. I feel like they have to start resisting the urge to climb, man, because every single time then Jogo has their eyes set on a high, like an infrastructure that's really, really high, they will climb it. That's why I said if there's mountains, they will quite literally climb it, and it always backfires for them. Yes, they usually get to farm lots of eliminations from it, but at times it costs them a lot, man. They always pay a hefty price for going with that decision, and that's exactly why they are eliminated once again. They cannot afford to keep operating like this. FNS, we get another elimination. It seems your prediction might just come through here as they get closer and closer to becoming the first team to hit the 20 kill bomb. Mavi gets dropped. Zaza coming in play here. It's gonna be a three-way battle between FNS, Solar Flare, and Stars Esports team. Lots of S's in this battlefront looks of things, man. Shots in favor of Solar Flare here. UNT Mavi getting dropped. Marksman and Sniper in play. Lukiza with that 150. Beautiful accuracy. Drops after drops. Neutral on that wing. What a beautiful strategic game plan coming in from the Underground Esports team, man. They definitely cooked up that strategy from lots and lots of training, and it's really being perfected here. It's really being implemented in a very beautiful and artistic manner, man, as they rack in this elimination. FNS with 21 eliminations, though, they will be taking 3+ eliminations from that particular battle, man. They are winning their battles, but the question is, can they survive long enough to win the war?
They will be able to survive to win the war. UND are picking up the pace here with almost 17 eliminations on the board here. Solofile Ragnar might just be the last man standing, as he is the only dark green we are seeing. He has one more teammate, but is not in a good enough spot to get a regroup and respawn. They will be taking shots. UND will be taking shots against the FNS squad, who are currently your kill leaders. Never mind, PDX will quickly tie that up. FNS gets sent back to the lobby. Unfortunate for them there, but they will bow out in 8th position with 22 elimination. UND now going up against Crimson Myth. Wick will be getting put down. Ragnar is dropped already. Unfortunate for him, but UND now are at 17 eliminations. It looks like they left the last game with only 10 elimination points, and they do not want that to happen for a second time. My goodness, these players are evolving back time and time again.
Bro, like the changes and eliminations is really crazy, man. We're seeing high unprecedented numbers in the entire lobby, man. CPDX on 24, FNS has been eliminated with 22. Like, we are seeing teams emerge with crazy numbers, and it's really impressive to see. But what is really crazy to me is the fact that anytime you look at the teams at the top 2 of the elimination leaderboard, you always see Paradox there, either being the team with the highest amount of eliminations or being the team that is second on the elimination level, which is crazy. If you ask me, man. It just shows you how hungry this team are, man. This is exactly why they are the champions, man. Unlike teams like, FNS esports team, who sort of just get paralyzed like an alligator after racking into elimination points. Paradox is like a lion, man. Anytime they get their elimination points, they do not stop. They will keep plunging away, and that's exactly why they have 29 eliminations. And just like you said, man, even in the training they had 48 eliminations, which means they pretty much cleared out the entire lobby. And I think they're doing exactly the same thing here, or having over 70% of the eliminations to their name, and this team are here for it all. Paradox is quite literally coming for it all every time they charge in to press their elimination their opponents. Throwables in play here, grenade in favor of PDX, as then Rick will be securing that damage. Beautiful slam eye nice work coming from him. The man knows how to move. I've seen that Spider-Man play style in play. The man definitely knows his PvP.
Whoa.
Neutral gets shot, Mitsuki gets dismantled, and that's how he put Underground Esports team to bed in a matter of seconds. PDX has officially broken their record, and this is exactly why they are the Lions in Africa, man. They are definitely the Lions of Africa, if you ask me. Yes, tag them as the Lions of Africa after this one. PDX is spotted with a grenade now. Crimson made my fault here. Grenades in favor of PDX. Troubles in play. Grow War Melter and Flash Freeze. Zaza trying to rotate away, but I think Leder will have his aim sight out on him. And what a beautiful booyah, man. What the flip is PDX on? What is PDX on, bro?
36 eliminations.
Zeno, the fact that these lobbies are finishing faster than they usually do is something that's pretty much eerie to me. Sorry, I know you're supposed to talk now, but I just have to say it, man. What is PDX? What's going through their mind right now? You have quite literally already won in some people's books. Why are you still doing this? Why are you causing this much chaos? Like, leave some for the rest of these guys.
Okay, you definitely know this, but there's a lot of people in the chat that definitely don't know this. But when PDX started, somewhere about like 2-3 years ago, their first gamer tag, their first team tag was Dream Crushers, and you still see the remnant of that name in the way they play now. 36 eliminations and a booyah is leaving the matchup with 48 points from a single game. They are actively widening the gap and trying their best to shut down the Underground Kings as early as possible. That was absolutely phenomenal coming in from the Paradox squad, because this is the highest eliminations we've seen in a single map in an official game. Yes, in an unofficial matches, we just saw Paradox again earlier today do 48 kills in the practice run before the tournament started, but they tried to do that again. They're trying to set a kill record officially this time. That is absolutely insane. I can't wait to see what everyone has in store for the second half of today's games, as we are done with the first 3 maps. Paradox has taken 2 wins today. We will be back shortly. Do not go anywhere. The highlights are coming up now. Shop to Game is still active. See you soon.
Welcome back from that pretty short break. Ladies and gentlemen, as Free Fire Esports, I said in the comment section, we are loving the consistency from Paradox Esports team, and these guys have managed to remain ferocious. And it begs the question, where do they get satisfied? When do they get satisfied? Where does it end, man? Because these guys are continue to break through the barrier, which we have called records, man. They continue to break records after records, man. They were holding the record for the highest number of eliminations in a single lobby, which was 32 before. Now they have shattered it, if I may say, man. They have decided to add another squad to that amount of eliminations, giving us 36 eliminations, which is more than 9 squads. I believe that's 9 squads eliminated out of 12 by them, and that 12 includes them, which means it was only 2 squads that Paradox Esports team did not eliminate in that particular
Did not
lobby.
see.
That's impressive, Zeno. What you have to say about that?
That is actually insane, because Paradox, the like I said, I've said it earlier that in the practice game we did before the tournament started, they did do 48 eliminations, and that was basically eliminating the whole lobby, including themselves. But they did it again officially with 36 eliminations to take 9 teams out of the 11 that they had to compete against
So,
back
so somebody
and
said,
still get a win.
somebody said, bring
Hmm?
evils and put it around for Paradox. Like at this point, this might be the only teams that can stop these guys. To be honest, man, I'm not
But
looking
yeah,
forward to the grand finals.
I am looking forward to the grand finals, to be honest, and I genuinely enjoy the fact that the players are now giving Paradox the recognition that they deserve, because they are a team they are a force to be rivaled with. They are a team that keeps evolving and growing with each passing days, with each passing game. We will be looking at the leaderboard now to see where everyone stands as of the third map heading into the second half for today's game. It will be Purgatory, if I remember correctly,
Yo,
and Zoro. Zoro, take it away.
guy. How do I tell you this? This guy just racked up 115 points in 3 matches. That's way more points that some teams have managed to rack up in 18 games. That's just the difference in class, the difference in strength. But you cannot even compare Paradox to a lot of these teams at this point. But Underground Esports team refuses to give up, man, as they come in second with 82 points. The gap is a bit still big. It's still big if you ask me, but they are definitely looking to close it down, man. And it really has to be said. So Underground Esports team is trying, man. I can't lie to you. The only gap I'm seeing here that's really big between them and PDX is the elimination. If they can find a way to become as hungry as PDX Esports team, they might just be able to match them. Coming in third, Crimson mid 57 points. You can once again see the difference in points between the top 2 and the top 3, man, which means the difference in class continues to grow wider as the rank changes. Coming in fourth, we have FNS with 56 points. That's a really close points between them and the number 3, as there's only 1 point separating them. Coming in fifth, Solofla Esports team with 40 points. First Generation coming in sixth. It's good to see First Generation finally make their way to the other side of the leaderboard, man. Finally in the top 6. Hopefully they continue to plunge away, because I believe if you're able to rack up at least as much points as Paradox currently have, they should be able to secure a slot for themselves in the overall leaderboard. But I believe we should not count Stars Esports team out just yet. They are definitely still cooking, and I want to see them Jogo, come out of their comfort zone and actually break into that top 6 of the overall leaderboard, because I know that they're a team that more than deserve to be in the top 5. So seeing them struggle to make their way into that top 6 is a bit depressing, if you ask me, man. So them Jogo, man, you guys should lock in. I want to see that 23 kill bomb at the very least from them Jogo, man. Yo, if they hit 23 eliminations, clip me.
My
Burnley is
goodness.
coming in last though with
But
7 points. It seems as if we have given up. Do you think Burnley have given up, Zeno?
Burn Knuckles, I wouldn't say they've given up. I would say they're just preparing to compete for the next season. There is going to be a next season, obviously, and this season is doing pretty good numbers wise. So Garena is happy to bring back even more tournaments, as they have already promised us to bring grassroots tournaments with next season spring FFWS qualifiers for EWC. There's also going to be the globals. So yes, Africa is going to be on the big stage even more consistently now. And whoever is mad, stay mad. Hate watching is always fun. The numbers is numbers. We love to see you in the comment section. But back to the question at hand now. Burn Knuckles and Soul Society need to start preparing for the grassroots tournament and preparing to qualify for next season, because they have made it all the way to this spot. So they are not a bad team. They're not objectively bad. It's just the the elo in this lobby is too high for them to compete realistically. They're doing their best actually because again, 144 teams registered. These are the top 17 that made it to compete against PDX, and PDX is holding their own. We see exactly why our reigning champions get sent straight to the knockout stages because there's no need. It will just kill a lot of teams' dreams if they compete against PDX from the start. So whatever team wins this tournament is going to come to the knockout stages again. But you've made it this far. Go back to the drawing board. It's not defeat. Delay is not denial. You got this. We believe in you. But let's head to the next map and see where everyone will go in Purgatory. As Purgatory is a very, very decisive map. I genuinely love to see players go in Purgatory as it's the biggest map in the game, isn't it?
Yes, it is the biggest map, man. Tons of open spaces, which means if you don't have your rotations memorized, you're gonna get caught off guard by teams that do have theirs memorized. Now, one advice that I would also give to the teams that are facing relegation right now is take advantage of every map you play against these top teams, man. Because it's not every day you are opportune to actually compete in the same space as these guys. So take note of every loss, take note of every win, because at the end of the day, these are the things that will matter here when you actually want to elevate as your squad. So you don't actually ever lose in life, man. There's only learning experiences. So we hope they actually learn from these experiences that they are gathering here and come out better in the next season, man. I want to see teams not lose. I want to see teams not lose hope in the esport world, man. I want to see teams continue to rise and continue to challenge and break the barriers that's been currently set, just as PDX continue to do time after time. And I believe this is exactly why they are the leading teams, man. Forget the elimination, forget the stats, man. These guys have found a way to consistently break barriers, to consistently challenge themselves, to consistently break limits, and that's exactly why they deserve to be number one, man. So yeah, kudos to PDX, man, and hopefully they keep that hunger, man. Hopefully they are not crocodiles and instead they are lions. We should be heading straight into the fourth map of the day. Two more maps. Yes, you heard that right. Two more maps for these teams to secure the slot. So they should be more than warmed up. They should have their mindset to one thing: points, man. All points matter at this point in time, man. I want to see all these teams give their all, because I don't want to see anybody crying about going home. I want them all to be feeling really proud of themselves, man, knowing that they give it their all at the very least. Don't you agree with me, Zeno?
I do agree that they need to give it their all regardless because you're already here. You've made it all the way to this spot, and giving up now or losing hope now is not exactly what you need to do. As teams, there are teams that you killed their dreams already. Your dreams aren't killed; they're just delayed a bit. Stars Esports will be doing good for themselves to pick up an elimination. They are a team that needs to finish top 6 or top 7, and they are currently in the 7th position with 5 points between them and IL Esports. If IL Esports gets eliminated early, then we need the Stars to do very good to make it into that grand finals. I genuinely want to see that team go very far, as they have been quite a consistent placement team. I'm not going to say a consistent killing team because they have good games, they have maybe games, but they do very good when it comes to placement, as we see most of their points. Even currently now, they have more points from placement than they do have from eliminations, and that is an impressive feat. It shows that their rotations are pretty good. But then Reek gets caught out, gets knocked down, but he will be getting brought back by Sneaky.
Nice play coming from the PDX player. And the issue IO Sport team seems to be facing is that they get satisfied too quickly, man. They have to maintain their hunger, man. They always get satisfied and just relax after having one good game. But it takes more than one good game to be crowned one of the best, man. So hopefully they take note of that, and hopefully they find a way to remain hungry even after delivering amazing results. Their name Jogo versus Underground over here at Brasilia. This is a really, really hot fight if you ask me. Both teams are teams with heavily guarded weapons and heavily strong players. If you ask me, man, they have the cards to affect each other massively. Let's see who comes out on top here. Serap in a bit of a pick here. He seems to be the only man for Underground. What a way for an A&M Jogo to show the crowd that they might just be the better team when you actually compare Underground Esports team and A&M Jogo. Wow, I did not see the coming. Did you see that? Did you see that coming, Zeno? Because I was expecting Underground Esports team here to try to like just reduce the space between them and PDX, but they failed to do that here from what I can see, man.
It's going to be difficult for Underground Kings to close that gap, as they are bowing out of this game with 0 points from placements or eliminations, which is rather unfortunate for them, as we did see them do pretty good on this map yesterday, so I was expecting them to do a lot better this time. Esports, however, will be picking up their first elimination on Stars 18. These teams are very close to each other, 6 and 7 on 7 and 8 on the leaderboard. Esports need the Stars to get out early if they want to get that top 6 spot, but it's going to be rather difficult for that to happen unless they find a way to get these to catch the Stars mid rotation. And we already established that the Stars are a team that is pretty good at rotating. That is one strength I know this team has. The ability to rotate properly and position themselves in a good spot is unrivaled. But the only issue they have is you have the rotations already, but they do not have the ability to delete teams at the level that they would need to be a top feared team in the lobby genuinely.
Where's these convoys? PDX is moving in convoys now. Oh my god, these guys are just playing about at this point in time. But I think rotating with vehicles is definitely the most efficient and faster way to go. And then when you have multiple vehicles too, it also reduces the chance of you actually losing your entire squad whilst rotating, which means they reduce wastage of time, actually get closer to the opponent in minimal time and racking those elimination points faster and faster. Impressive stuff, really aggressive playstyle if you ask me though. But that's exactly what you expect when you watch a team like PDX play, man. Stars Esports team, as you've mentioned, have found a way to actually master their rotating style. It's good to see people actually master some aspects of the game, and it's a gradual process, man. You master rotating today, you master fighting tomorrow, man. Just keep mastering stuff. FNS versus PDX over here, though. Then Rig, master of the shotgun, Mark 7, easy elimination for him. Ledex is down. Windy has been eliminated. It's been a while since we've actually seen PDX lose a lot of players whilst engaging another squad, but I guess that's how things are playing out for them right now. Tai Tong quickly steals one of the vehicles from DPDX Esports players and flees from the scene, man. I don't think Derek is gonna be happy about that. Where's that, my Lamborghini, my McLaren? Bring back my vehicle, man. Derek is definitely not happy about that. Well, most definitely be going in for that early revive. Once again, Underground Esports team is going to be really, really sad about the fact that they got eliminated first. But I believe, that's just sort of what happens here when you go like full power, like for a long period of time. Yeah, it's just sort of put a strain on your team. Yeah, and minor mistakes will actually get eliminated. It's just like football, man. You go so aggressive, you are gonna just randomly get that cramps that will just put you out of commission for the entire game. And that's exactly what happens to Underground Esports team here. Hopefully, they have learned from this and they learn to take it a bit more easily whilst going harder.
But the Paradox team are starting off very strong on this matchup as they are currently your kill leaders, almost shutting down the entirety of the FNS team. Burn Knuckles are doing pretty interesting for themselves here as Mafia has to go up against Windy in a 1v1 scenario here. Does he win against Windy? It looks like that was a very short question as Windy responded with a one-tap. What you think this is, because why am I even comparing them? My fault, Windy, my fault. But Paradox up to 7 eliminations on the leaderboard. Jogo, a team that does pretty good but haven't had a solid start in today's games as of the first half. They will be at 5 eliminations this time. Do they do good for themselves to make it into that top 6 and get better placement? Because we see them get eliminations, but they struggle to get that placement that they need to boost them up on the leaderboard. 6 minutes into the game, it is 11 teams and 41 players left. Who comes out with the victory is still very far to be decided. And like you said earlier, Zoro, rotating with a convoy of vehicles is one of the best strategies you can have on Purgatory specifically, because it is the biggest map in the game. You do not want to be caught running 70 miles while your team is already in another fight. Unfortunately for Stars, they will be getting eliminated early with only 2 points. Leaving this matchup top rated will be bowing out shortly after by Crimson Myth. The Crimson Myth players, again, are another team that has stepped up a lot since we saw them in the last edition. Esports are having quite a time. They have activated the point system, the placement points already, but they have only a single elimination. If they get eliminated now, it will definitely hurt them a lot going up against the Berserk Generation.
Berserk Generation seems to be very, very hungry right now, man. I believe they are very much aware of the fact that all points count here, and what better way to racking those points than by elimination. Charles supporting his teammate with that Cassie, man. Cassie is one of the best supporting skills, man. Seeing a Russia equip as support active skills is definitely not something you see every day, but I guess that's the playstyle that they have decided to go with to just sort of confuse your opponents. Cracked going out there with that double. Skylar Massey might be going in with this strategy from Berserk Generation is a really, really smart one, man. They first attack their opponents with the tribals first, then they actually go in with their weapons after the opponent's armor have been depleted and most of their HP has actually been reduced, which sort of makes it a bit more easier for them to actually rack in those eliminations, as you just saw. 3 straight up eliminations for Charles. IOE Sports in big trouble right now. They have been more than hot by Berserk Generation. Don't you agree, Mizuno?
I do agree indeed. They are down to just 2 players, which is rather unfortunate if they get shut down early, as they do need 7 points if they want to take that 7th spot away from the Stars Esports and hurt their chances of getting into the top 12. But Autumn Leaf, yes, the Amigos are now Underground Esports. They are a phenomenal team that we saw do well in the spring edition, but now in fall, in this matchup specifically, they did not have a good game as they bowed out as the first blood actually with 0 points. Unfortunate for them, but it's just the way the game goes. They still have the 2 closing games to see if they have a chance to get better placements out of the entire day today. Nem Jogo are still doing pretty good for themselves as they do perform pretty well on the open maps like Purgatory with 8 eliminations already. Can they keep it going all the way to the top 6 in this specific match?
Let's find out.
If they can make it to the top 6 with the level of eliminations that they go at, they will definitely have a massive boost on the total leaderboard as of this game.
Yes, sir. If they can manage to make it work, if they can manage to find a way. Unlucky Walcott. This time around will be getting put out mid-air by the Paradox Esports players. I think I'm going to be really, really happy about this. Did you remember yesterday, yeah? when Walcott, this exact same man, put down 3 of the PDX Esports players mid-air, and boy, did that clip go viral on TikTok, man. The fans were really, really happy about the fact that Jogo Esports players are finally getting some spotlight, and Walcott is the man to do that for them. But this time around, I think PDX's day, man. I mean, they've broken their own record today. They might as well get their revenge today, man. Walker gets put off mid-air while trying to use the zip line, so you guys can clip that also. Sneaking with that double sniper there. Bad move here for Burnocks players as they try to evade the scene with their monster truck. Really, really impressive accuracy, to be honest, coming in from the Paradox Sporting players. Yes, there's our old blah 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 about the fact that there's auto aim in the game, but trust me, if you actually play, you know it's no easy attacks for you, so just lock in those shots, especially with the sniper, man. And now we might see PDX Sporting players look to rack in those eliminations on their opponent as media. Damian gets knocked down by play zone, unlucky. Crimson Sporting players will be racking those eliminations, those revives on their teammates. Actually impressive teamwork coming in from them. Crimson Mid struggling to land here as FNS just continue to drop their mid-air. Yeah, 6 eliminations already, and FNS is just getting started. Then them go with 9 eliminations, though they seem to be chilling right now. FNS without knockdown. Anonymous gets dropped by Slazy with that M24, and the man is cooking. I love the M24 very much, man. And the fact that Garena actually added the upgrades to the weapon, so unlike when it was first released, also it makes a gun to be feared now. I believe now it's almost on par with the AWM, but then I believe CAC is actually the king of accuracy right now, bro. The new CAC, bro, the new CAC is really, really crazy with that accuracy. Bad boy gets pummeled there as the entirety of Paradox Esports pretty much came at him at once, man. Bro was definitely stunned there. I doubt he knew how to react to that type of situation. But Berserk Generation might be rotating towards Moss once again. They did rack in about 4 elimination points in the exact same location, and I believe they're going to be coming back for more. Instincts gets dropped. I guess his instincts are just too slow to evade Marcien's bullet. Marcien, who is the captain for the Berserk Generation, might be looking to get them into that top 12 just as he did last season, man. The man has been with them for a long time, and it's definitely one of the leading reasons why they are where they are. So right now, it seems they have not actually made their impact sub BJ Star just yet. Maybe they are going to be looking to bring him on when there's actually 2 more maps. Who knows? Let's watch how this plays out, though. How do you think this is going to play out between Berserk Generation, FNS, and Soul Societies, you know?
Soul Society might be the first team to be getting eliminated, as Berserk Generation and FNS are arguably better teams in this matchup. But Soul Society's only chance of getting a win here is if they're able to get a third party very early on. Both teams will be trading a player as FNS lose 1, and the Berserk Gen will be losing Charles as well. Never mind, they get Charles back up and active. Crimson Myth coming in for a very quick third party here. He gets knocked by Cracked, but it is going to be rather difficult for Crimson Myth to get in as the Bolt Maker is down. The zone is not in their favor. And Jogo in a fight against Solo Flare. How does this game go on, Zoro?
I believe Berserk Generation are definitely being given a run for their money, that's for sure. I believe Solo Play Esports team might be looking to flee from the scene also as PDX gets involved here. Their name Jogo will be losing Walcott, sneaky with that upper hand in that situation. Craig gets the elimination, Crimson May also racking this elimination, and the elimination points are just pouring in. But one thing that's really sad to see is that so society has found a way to not be involved in the entire map whilst playing the map, which is really depressing, to be honest. Because what do you mean by you're in the same lobby as the squads? Yeah, everybody has at least 5 eliminations. Everybody that's alive has at least 2 eliminations to their name, and you have 0, and you be sent back to lobby once again, and you need the points more than anybody else, man. It just doesn't make sense to me, man. They have to revisit their strategy coming into next season's games for sure. PDX will get another squad wipe. 5 scores left in this 13 plus minutes into the game, and the players are still as energetic. I mean, we have to applaud the PDX esporting players for their stamina, man, their ability to just keep their fingers moving for this long whilst, you know, connecting the shots. It definitely shows us that they more than deserve to be giving that prize that cash prize in that prize pool for sure, man. Going Prime will be getting eliminated, unluckily for Sulfur esports team players. For Rosen and Ragnar, the duo to watch out for, and are gonna be forced to show us exactly why that is, man. Oh, their rig spots the trap, man. Really cheeky, man, right there, bro. That could have gone otherwise for PDX, but his ability, his instinct just told him, oh bro, look at the floor, and bro saw the trap and immediately destroyed those landmines, man. Those could have really stung if he had actually stepped on them. FNS in a bit of pickle here. Top 3 hillside battle from looks of things. Lizzy looking to rotate, might get spotted here. What's going on? Generation sporting players will be looking to get that revive on their man. Making it to the top 3 will definitely secure points for them, but they need more. They have to have their eyes set out on that booyah points and more eliminations. Nice good work placement coming in from the FNS players as they look to just protect themselves from the wrath of Marcien. The captain shows us exactly why he gets the job done the most for his squad. Gets that knockdown, but will also be getting dropped. PDX failing to actually interact in this battle. They are failing to actually get involved in this battle, but I believe Sneaky will have his say when the time is right for sure. Berserk Generation sporting players looking to press now. Marcien up front for them. That's gonna be Glue or Melter in play. Goes over the monster truck. Nitro might have been the worst move possible, and they are gonna be regretting that. Berserk Generation are stuck here. It's gonna be a one-sided battle for sure. Charles with the launch pad, even mid-air. Bro got pounded, man. What a play coming in from PDX. 2 booyahs, or should I say 3 booyahs in a row now. Oh boy.
3 booyahs in a row indeed, and just like Zoro would say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Paradox Show. And they are once again setting us up for quite the performance that we love to see. Finishing yet another map with 20 eliminations, 23 eliminations specifically this time, and a 3rd win under their belt. Dare I say they do not need to compete anymore, but I do know exactly what they are aiming for. They are
imagine you just don't play the last points.
I feel like if they make those 200 points in this 5 games, they won't play the last map, because the last time we saw them almost make 200 points, they stopped at 197.
Yeah, 3
and
points.
The way they've been playing today, they are definitely going to be very close to that 200 points mark by the end of the 6th game, actually. But it has been 4 games deep. Heading into the 5th map, we will be going in shortly. Let's take a look at the highlights and see the best actions coming in from all the teams before we head into Solara.
ladies and gentlemen. Should I say, or shall I say, welcome back to the PDX show where they dominate and flog any of their disciple, which are the opposing esports team that dare stand up to them. Underground esports team, dead. Berserk Generation, dead. FNS, dead. Anybody dare step up to them? Dead. And that's exactly why we say welcome back to the PDX show so that they don't eliminate even me and Zeno ourselves. But jokes apart, man, what a show coming in from PDX, man. Then Rick, Sneaky, Windy, Ledek showing us exactly why they are the final four, the ultimate final bosses when it comes to Free Fire Africa. Leaderboard will be ready shortly. You guys will be getting a look at the effect of the Shataranta that we just saw from PDX. Let's have it loaded up. 150 points. They need to get 50 more points in the span of 2 games to hit their new high score of 200 points in the span of 6 games. You know, do you think it's possible?
It is indeed possible, as we have seen them rack up over 100 points in 3 games, and we saw them pack up 40 points in just one match. That is absolutely cinema coming from these players.
Absolutely.
Getting 50 points is getting 50 points is not going to be that difficult of a feat for them to pull off. But taking a look at the leaderboard, focusing on a team like Stars Esports that is in a dangerous spot to not make it to the qualification stage. If they do not perform at a favorable spot, they will be getting sent back to the lobby. Also, a team like them, Jogo, is suffering from a major version, a worst case of Venn syndrome, as they are getting 30 eliminations with only 9 points from placement. They are the weakest team in the lobby in terms of placement, except
Right.
Burn Knuckles. Burn Knuckles are having their own fun times. But they are the Nayan and Jogo team are the weakest team in terms of placement. It is not what we expect from them. Is not what we want to see from them. Our esports, however, are doing pretty good for themselves to stay in that top 12. But we will be heading on to Solara very, very soon. I think right about now, actually. We will be heading into Solara right now to see how the players fare for the 5th map before we throw the lands map into a randomizer to see where everyone lands for a second time as we close out the knockout stages. Starting the closing arc of today's games, Solara is your 5th map.
Yes, sir. So Lara, which is one of the newest maps in the entire Free Fire map industry. Yes, so Lara is very beautiful. But what I'm really excited about is the hot drop we should be getting in Solara. I believe TV Tower should be giving us a quick battle between PDX and maybe Nian and Jogo at times. So I want to see who actually does step into that hot drop, man. I want to see who PDX decides to go after this time around. Will it be Berserk Generation? Will Berserk Generation even there? Let's find out. From looks of things, Nian and Jogo will in fact be going for the hot drop over there at TV Tower. But this time around, PDX says they don't want the smoke, they don't want the heat. They're gonna be leaving there and Jogo alone, and they'll be landing somewhere else. PDX will still be getting the job done. Yeah, at yet another location, man. These guys just don't understand what locational barrier is, man. They will quite literally go through half of the entire map to find you, man. Ledex will be looking to get a revive on his team, and never mind, he will be securing the elimination instead. PDX with 3 eliminations already. IO Esports team are crumbling at the might of PDX Esports team. What a squad, PDX, man. I feel like we have now gone back to the stage here where all we have to talk about is even PDX when it comes to the good stuff, man. Because to be honest, when a team gives you 26 eliminations in an official game where there are consequences, it says a lot about that team, man. It just sort of emphasizes on different in class, and it makes us, think further, on of how these teams actually fare against the teams that perform at the global stage. Will these improvements be enough for them when they eventually get to the grand finals? Because at this point I have to start rooting for them, and they seem to be the most explosive, the most ferocious team in the entire continent. But then there's still grand finals for the teams to prove me wrong. Hopefully, I don't think it's doing anything that's going to prove me wrong, but let's see. You know what? Let's watch these teams keep us at the end of our seat. Runaway on the Archway on the other hand seems to be getting livened up there as the squads get really active, looking to grab all those elimination points. PDX with now 6 kills to their name. They seem to have let IOD Sports team go for the revive. They want there to be more opponents to farm. That's exactly why they let those guys go. Trust me, these guys have mastered the tactics and arts of family elimination. We're sort of expecting underground esports team to put off a stronger fight against PDX, but it gets to a point where you find it hard to keep up against a team like PDX, man. Trust me, these numbers are not rookie numbers; these are legendary numbers. But I really, as I've said before, want to see how they fare against teams like Buriram, man. I want to see it, man. NJ versus separated here. Mark Zena time for solo ears, and once again, the SMG feels the SMG users. Zeno. As welcome, we get to drop. What a play coming in from Walcott, a flanker indeed. Mad. Are you indeed right now? What's that play coming in from Walcott with that SKM, and the man secured the elimination points with the SKS. Scream Saving esports team players might be getting involved here. It seems as soon as once again started shouting for them to go in and just get them, so put themselves out there more. It's been a while since we've heard from Scream Saving, so maybe they've decided to come out more. Do you think that's the play for them?
It looks like that might just be the play for them there. It is. Oh damn, actually, Stars Esports still are the first team to get eliminated. Unfortunate for them here. But they need 31 points to qualify for the next match, for the next stage. And they do have 32, if I remember correctly. So they can sit at a more comfortable spot. But Second Generation has qualified already with the way they're playing. But the day is not over. I can't really see just yet. This is just speculation and me trying to remember, and the production also giving me tips and tricks on how to get this going a lot better for you guys. But it is 3 minutes into the game, 11 teams and 42 players. PDX are having not the best time, but you never really know with Paradox, as we have two of them eliminated. Then Reek and Sneaky are the last men standing, but in it always absolute never mind. They shut down Denrique very fast. They did shut down Denrique's run there very fast. Unfortunate for them there. But Paradox aren't really bothered. I think the only thing they're worried about is getting those eliminations so they can get all the way to 200 points and set a new record for the most points gained in a single day of the tournament. Because this is the first year Africa is getting to compete in the global stage, and these players are coming to set history and just raise the standards very high. So the next generation have a lot. The shoe is very big for them to fill if they want to compete at the same level.
Definitely, man. It's gonna take a lot, man. It's gonna take a lot of imagination from these teams to even, perform at the same level. Because what PDX have seen, these players cannot even imagine. Trust me. So, like esports team gets that elimination against Burner, because once again, Burner continue to stutter and suffer in this map, man. They are currently last on the, I believe, today's standings, and that doesn't really speak volume for them. I believe they are just here for the fun of it. Hopefully, instead of being here for the fun of it, they are actually taking notes of how these other teams, engage, attack, and destroy their defense. And hopefully after this, when they actually perform in the local and smaller tournaments that Garena will be hosting, they'll come out a bit stronger than before, because they have to put up more fights. And it's not just about PDX alone being strong enough to compete on the global stage. It's also about these teams also being potential candidates to compete at the global stage. Because at the end of the day, as much as we love PDX dominating the leaderboard here, we are not looking to run a monopoly. We're looking to build a community, like an esports community of teams that can actually compete on the global level as other teams. Because if you go to other countries, most of the other, if you go to other servers, other regions, most of the teams that also compete with teams like that perform on the global stage like Buriram are also almost as capable as teams like Buriram. So we want to have that type of scenery here, and hopefully these teams, instead of just sitting down like a good dog and taking the shots from PDX, they actually take notes, and their captains and coaches help them grow. We're gonna be getting a quick battle here though over here at the reach between Denrique and the entirety of UND. How does this play out, man? It's really not all the time we get to witness absolute Denrique. Let's see how he plays that. The fact that he's holding his ground right now tells me that this man has something cooking. Ledex comes in play though. Cheeky boy gets shot down. Denrique gets shot down. I believe somehow, some way, underground esports team players found a way to see through the mirage that PDX esports team players through there. Nice play coming in from them, and I love a team that knows how to remain cool and tactical. And then Joe will be grabbing that elimination to their name now. FNS coming in second with 7 eliminations. Great stuff coming in from them. They have found a way to remain consistent with the elimination count. I feel like FNS has some serious potential. I feel like right now FNS is still being subtle. Trust me. Maybe they are keeping their secret weapon for the grand finals. I won't be shocked if they start putting crazy numbers at grand finals. But yeah, FNS, I believe you guys have serious potential, so you guys should definitely work harder and show us that I'm right, man. UND sports team players versus Solo Flare now. now. They did just eliminate 2 players from PDX. Would they be able to get more elimination points from Solo Flare this time around? Let's find out. Their main rusher, Neutral, who is yet to make his mark on this map, will definitely be hoping and praying that Solo Flare Esports players actually press so he can get his numbers up. Ragnar tries to push, gets caught off guard. Nice work from Serip with VSK94 and MA2B looking to dismantle the opponent's coverage with his snipers right now. Grenades in play. Feroza with the Energizer. Nice grenade play coming in from Underground Esports team and to just sort of protect their territory and get the Solo Flare Esports team players to back up. Sort of shooing them away with the grenade. If you get what I'm saying, the man is funny and tactical at the same time. 2 in 1. A really tactical esports squad from what I've seen, man. Underground Esports team players still one of the squads that give PDX a run for their money and time after time with their gameplay that prove us right. Neutral gets dropped and UND have been giving a run for their money this time around. We usually see them chase people, but this time around they are being chased. Midskate gets dropped. Go now with the cord, trying to get the knockdown, and the entirety of UND might just be crumbling here as they fail to go elimination for elimination against Solo Flare Esports players. Serif waits for the perfect moment to avoid being seen and goes at it with the mouse. I believe the man should be cruising away now. Smart tactical squad, and it's a perfect example of why once again Reach continues to spark into life as yet another squad rotates towards Reach. What's going on here between IL Esports team and Solo Flare Esports team? Why don't you tell us?
IL Esports going up in Solo Flare, both teams that need to do good to stay in that top 12 and guarantee themselves that spot in the grand finals. It's not looking as impressive, especially coming from Solo Flare. They were a team that was doing pretty good for themselves yesterday, but today has been quite a different story as they seem to be always on the back pedal. In the zone now, they are still backpedaling. IL Esports might just be overextended. We might be watching them sign themselves up to get eliminated. Never mind. They shoot that man out the sky. The danger player Lorem with his ballerina tutu on is getting a sky knock and limiting the Solo Flare Esports team even more. If he finds an angle on this, he will be able to send Solo Flare back to the lobby as they gatekeep them massively in the zone. Solo Flare will put down their own bolt maker. Unfortunate for them, it was too far out. SLF will lose one. Ragnar, the PvPer, is going to be getting down as well. Unlucky for him there. He put up quite the fight, but it was not enough for his team to get away from it. For SLF are now with 8 eliminations. They do get that revive on fairly quickly. He stays in the zone still. God Prime does not want to leave. He wants to stay in this fight. He wants to get that elimination, but it's going to be rather difficult as he will be getting put down and eliminated. Feruzan just coming back, but he's now the last man standing. He's officially the anchor for his team, as Zaza is also in a pretty tough spot. Speaking of a tough spot, that is Nem Jogo right now. A team that consistently gets it, because we saw them with 30 plus eliminations already, but they are struggling. They are struggling when it comes to placement because they are now down to a single player and they are back in the lobby. With 12 eliminations, they leave this match with only 13 points. That is an abysmal performance from what they usually perform. From the level they usually perform, and they usually bring up a top 3, top 4 placement almost every single game. But this time we are seeing them get eliminated fairly early, and PDX are just having quite a breeze here. They do need to pull off yet another 20 kill game and a booyah to guarantee to put themselves up for that 200 points day, but it's going to be rather difficult as the teams are also stepping up. FNS, like you said, has a lot of potential to be a team that comes out on top of this matchup, but it's going to be rather difficult against a team like Paradox.
Without a doubt, man, they are definitely going to have to step up from the level that they have been performing if they want to give Paradox a run for their money. And just like somebody in the chat said, man, it seems to be like BR rank trend up for PDX as they are running through the lobby as if it's only rank points that's at stake. But trust me, there's way more than rank points at stake here, man. Dignity, pride, and cash prize is at stake. So it's really surprising to see a lot of these teams take it like a good boy. But at the same time, there's really not much you can do about it, to be fair. Underground Esports team versus Berserk Gen, close range, close combat. From what we can see, look, he's going to be receiving shots from behind. Quickly goes over the Energizer and the Inhaler to just sort of get his HP back up. Neutral waiting on the outskirts of the building for his opponents. Just sort of jump down and receive some shot. Cracked might be cooking up some serious strategic player using his 1000 IQ really well. Neutral on the receiving end. Cracked cracks his opponent's vest open. Nice play coming in, but the third party will be getting the best of him. UNU quickly grabs that revive on their teammates here. The Underground Kings are definitely under the ground right now against Berserk Generation. Nice whole placement coming in from Berserk Gen. Just sort of cover the windows and make sure that they don't leave themselves open for third parties that might be rotating towards them. Gun Prime looking to rotate here. Nice sniping coming in from Sarib. Consistent shots, all thanks to that METB that can pierce through walls, but just not enough. He sort of left himself too open there, and it's gonna be paying a hefty price for that, man. He left himself so open that Zaza, the other sniper of the opposing team, was able to eliminate him. Unlucky, man, unlucky. UND Sporting players looking to rotate here. So Society players might finally be able to rack into those elimination points, as they are in the perfect spot to actually get the best of Underground Esports team. Can they maintain it? Can they actually milk those elimination points from this strategic position? Let's find out. Underground Esports team will nonetheless be getting sent back to lobby. PDX versus FNS though. Sneaky and Derek are pouring those elimination points. Windy on the other hand with three eliminations for Windy, man.
FNS are back in the lobby. That was genuinely unfortunate. Zoro was so hyped for that battle, and PDX said, nah, not today. Wrap it up, buddy. Moving on. But Underground Esports will be getting sent back to the lobby for the 5th time with an very underwhelming performance, for the 4th time actually. The underwhelming performance coming from them, especially as they started the game off with a 26 kill booyah. They've yet to crack 100 points still, even after getting those kills and getting this massive boost in the first matchup. But it looks like PDX might just be taking yet another game, as Solar Flare will be bowing out in 7th position. 15 eliminations to the Paradox Squad, the only team currently alive on double digits. It is top 6 in the lobby right now. Zoro, how does this match play out?
I feel like Paradox Esports team might be able to hit yet another 20 kill bomb. If you ask me, my D's, enough opponents left for them to eliminate. Knowing them, they will definitely be looking to eliminate every single person left alive here. Crack looking to rotate, might get caught off guard by Sneaky, who's also on that rotation. Hey man, finally saying, hey man, PDX, I'm right behind you, man. I'm connecting those shots behind you. Are you guys not gonna fight back? Guess not. And he continues to hammer away at their vest right now. Esports players looking to rotate. What's this rotation? Bold Russia Ego play coming in from PDX. My god, rotating through the zipline right now in open space could have been really costly, but they just once again overpower your opponents in close range, man. Winning with a F590. My god, PDX just straight up ran through Soul Society. Once again, we see the difference in class, the difference in sheer willpower between these teams, man. 19 eliminations. I said it, man. I said PDX are still more than capable of eating that 20 kill bomb in this matchup, and once again they show us that I am right, and I love being right, especially when it comes to PDX. Burnox down to their last man. Flux trying to rotate here. Top rated players are all out warrior against the last man for top rated, man, as Biggie and his teammates will be securing the elimination. Berserk in a big of pickle here. They do have the height advantage. There's sort of a disadvantage against PDX, which is a situation you never want to be in. How do they play it? How do they play this out? Would they be able to resist the might and power of PDX? Let's find out. Throwables in play. Dragon Freeze does no damage this time around, which is going to be really, really sad, because if assuming they connected any shots, trust me, that dragon freeze can do some serious damage. Berserk Generation find a way to stay alive. Liam, Charles, the remaining players from Berserk Gen, from the looks of things, man. Sneaky goes in with a grenade now. Well cooked, never mind, not timed too properly. All these sporting players looking to just bank on that positioning point, on that standing point, as they refuse to actually engage this time around. PDX might be looking to rotate down. Windy might be looking to knock the wings off of his opponents. How does he play this? He's timing the grenade, goes in with it. No knockdown, never mind, gets the knockdown. My god, 2 players down already for top rated. Who are the play coming in from PDX, man, showing top rated that they are in fact the top rated team. What a squad PDX right now, running through the entire lobby. I told you that they are so hungry that I know that they're going to find a way to literally eliminate the remaining squads, and so far so good for them, man. They are the only squad that have been getting those elimination points. Coming in, Spice gets eliminated. Wingy to start turning right behind of Demi and Sneaky racks in that elimination. Esports team couldn't camp it out, and they've been sent back to lobby. Windy with the F590 eliminates 2 simultaneously. What a play from PDX. F590 couldn't save him. Ledex is down. Windy is down. 2 simultaneously get eliminated for PDX as Berserk Generation look to find their way out of this. Never mind. Derek is still in business, and he drops them. Another booyah for PDX. Make that 4. Zeno, do you think they're gonna be able to
PDX
break?
show. What?
Do you think they're gonna be able to break their Booyah record today? We've seen them break their eliminations record. Is it likely that they can actually break their Booyah record today too? That would be crazy, don't you think?
They might just be able to break that Booyah record, as they are just 20 points away from top. I said top 200 points day. And Paradox Esports have been putting on quite the performance. Welcome back to the Paradox Show, ladies and gentlemen, as these men are running on the fourth Booyah for today with over 20 kills. They set the new kill record with 36 eliminations in a single map, and genuinely, they're not slowing down. But I do love the conversation happening in the comment section now. We do see players asking, how do I get into PDX? Don't apply for PDX. Make your own team. Get good. You guys need to give PDX competition. We love seeing PDX on the grand stage, but we want to see another team as well. As commentators, we do love saying the names of other teams, not just one team all the time. So please apply. There's going to be more tournaments coming. Garena is going to bring more grassroots tournaments. There's going to be next season as well. So do make sure to not miss the application by checking out the Free Fire Discord, Free Fire TikTok, and the Free Fire official Instagram, as that is where all the sign-up links will be announced. So send you guys over to the highlights. We will be loading into the 6th and final map, which will be randomized. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back shortly.
guess that you'll never know.
Pam pararam pam pam. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the PDX show. 4 booyahs in a row for our Kings as they have found a way to put the Underground Kings under and stole the crown away from the end of the Kings. Welcome once again. Zeno, over to you, please.
It has been quite the set of games we've played today. We are on the sixth unofficial map, the last map for the knockout stages. It is going to be the end of the journey for a lot of teams today, and that is rather unfortunate. But it should be a sign for you to go improve and get better. Always rewatch the games you played, rewatch the stream, listen to the commentators, look at the chat. It's going to point out mistakes that you don't see strictly because you are the one playing, and that is okay. But what is not okay is if you buy your diamonds from anywhere that is not Shop2Game, because Shop2Game is Garena's official top-up site that gives you a 10% bonus on every purchase, and that is absolutely phenomenal. So, at a discounted rate, safe, fast, and reliable, always available, Shop2Game is your spot to go to get yourself some diamonds. Heading into map 6, I can't wait to see what map it's going to be, but I genuinely want to see Paradox see if they can go for a 200 points day. And not just that, but break the new Booyah record to take 5 maps on the final day. 100, they need just 12 points, actually. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us, this is the standing when the games played so far. It was first map going to Underground Kings on Bermuda. Second, third, fourth, and fifth map will be going to Paradox Esports in a very dominating performance today with 188 points, standing atop of the leaderboard, having Underground Kings come in second place with 87 points, and FNS will be now in third with a total of 86 points. Berserk Generation will be with 75 for fourth place. Crimson Myth gets knocked down to fifth with 73 points. Solar Flare up to sixth with 65 points. And we have Stars Esports dropping down to 10th with 35 points. My goodness, what a performance it has been. 12 elimination points is the only thing they need to get exactly 200 points. Zoro, do you see them hitting this in this game, or do they get eliminated early?
You know, this is a situation here where my media training comes in play. Is either you want to set me up? I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, stick around to find out. Because PDX, I personally cannot predict what's going to happen next, man. This is the time where you need to lock your eyes in the chat, man. Fasten your seatbelts, man. Grab those diamonds quickly. You cannot afford to miss it, man. Because I believe PDX is about to break yet another record. If you want to be present, if you want to quite literally witness greatness, stay tuned. We should be heading straight into the next map. I don't know which map it's gonna be. You guys let us know in the chat which map you think the randomizer.
Wait, sorry. I'm looking at the comments and we have people asking how do we register? We said it before, but don't worry, I'll say it again because I'm nice like that. The open registration, the registrations are always going to be posted on the Garena Free Fire Instagram page, Garena Free Fire SSA Instagram page, TikTok, and Discord. So please do make sure you are on all three of them so you do not miss your chance to get in. 144 teams are going to be registered for the FFWS qualifiers, basically, and then you get pushed to two, you get pushed to phase three, and then you get to the finals. So please go to the official pages. That is where they will be announced. And Garena has promised us even more tournaments for the grassroots level. So not the tournaments that send you to the global stage, but tournaments that maybe get you invited
They help
to
you get
the
paid
next
in
stage.
short.
I hope you get invited to the next stage. We'll be more frequent on this server now. So please check out the official pages as that is where you get all the information to register and compete.
Yes, sir. You heard the man. So head over to our Instagram, TikTok, Discord. Give us a follow, subscribe. Even our YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed, ladies and gentlemen, so you don't miss the best of the best actions. And whenever we are actually, casting them over to you guys, we hope you guys are enjoying the commentary. Yes, this is our first year, so there might be a bit of a mistake, but I believe we have been almost perfect for you guys. So you guys give us a round of applause in the chat. Speaking of round of applause, you think Prex is going to be able to round this all up in his final game? Would he be able to finish what the started? That's the question on a lot of mind. Let's see how the land here. Observatory might be the hottest drop as we see three different esports teams look to share landing spot. Never mind, make it four on the ground esports team FNS, So Society, and Crimson Midman. What this guy is cooking up here? No, underground esports team might actually be the only squad to rip the entire reward here because they are the only squad with the numbers here. Never mind, they lose two players. What's that play from So Society? They want to end this with a bang. They want to go out with a bang, and what a way to just make that statement, man. And having Bermuda as the last man for the last day of the knockout stage definitely means a lot to me, man. No, Bad Boy gets sent back to lobby. N6H should be securing that elimination now, and Neutral will be looking to fight his way out of this, but that's going to be the end of the road once again for Underground Esports team. It seems their fire has burnt out in the last two games, but we barely saw them actually compete. I think at this point in time, PDX has managed to just like overriding them, and they found a way to like shut them down and just genuinely dominate the life out of them. And PDX in a 1 versus 4 situation here, 2 versus 4 actually. No, actually 1 versus 4. So the player is possible to do 2 here. There he comes in play. All he has is a sniper and a mid-range weapon. It might not be too safe from what we can see here. Solo Flames will lose yet another player as they crumble to the might of PDX here. Zaza looking to flee from the scene. There Rick in play. Might be to go into the store, into the vending machine for that revive. Bernok is not too far off. What's your thought on these players,
It is a very bold play from the Paradox. They know they need 12 points to make that 200-point day, but they are playing it very, very spread apart. They're not playing as a unit because I don't think they really care anymore at this point. They know they're qualified. They're overqualified for the grand finals. Even if you strip them of 100 points, they will still be on top of the leaderboard. And that is genuinely a feat that needs to be studied. Bullying and just herding this man into Ledex. It is unfortunate for the Burn Knuckles player there, Warden, as he was just bullied by Sneaky. Led straight into the hands of Ledex to get that free elimination. PDX up to 4 eliminations already. They need just 8 more points for that 200 kill day. It is Zaza, might just be the last man standing. He's not the last man standing, but he will be getting eliminated. It is now 7 points that they need for this. Zoro, do you believe they get those 12 eliminations in this game?
I think it's very likely. I cannot lie to you, but the craziest part is that they are not even doing this because they need the points. They are doing it for the sake of La Pasión. They are doing it for the sake of wickedness. Because tell me why they are holding all the points and allowing to have none, man. I believe this is why I said it almost is that you have to have the greed of PDX at this point. You have to have the hunger, the ability to hold points and prevent other squads from getting them. Silver Esports in a bit of a pickle here though, as Feroz will be receiving back shots here from Windy. Nice play coming from Windy. Ragnar with the MP5. Feroz turns his back on Windy. He says, I don't like being eliminated from behind. I'm going to fight back. And he does fight back in grand style with that P90. This time around, the SMG boys will be having the elimination 1-0. You know, make that 1-1
SMG
between.
is always the better weapon.
Never mind, so it's shotgun, guys. Just luckily had that situation. Can't lie. We'll call it 1-1 between the shotgun and the SMG boys for the day. Make sure to stick around the final day, which is gonna be happening next week Saturday, to actually find out who wins out between the shotgun users and the SMG users. Let us know which weapon you prefer in the comment section. Are you a shotgun type of person, or are you an SMG man? I know the strong men in the chat will say shotgun. I trust you guys, and I know boys will say SMG. Yes, quote me anyway.
If the general populace is using the shotgun, you stand out by using the SMG, and that is not for debate.
But like, there's a reason why it's the most used now. Come on, let's not go there.
Because it's easy. Because it
gets the job done.
Forget easy. Easy. You can spam and pray something hits someone. But the second generation will be going in on against the Crimson Myth right now. Crimson Myth have been knocked all the way down to 4th, and they're looking to reclaim that spot. But never mind, they will lose Deku. He did not go beyond. He is not going ultra. Ran straight through that man. My goodness. And still denied them the point there. Unfortunate for the Crimson Myth, as they are down to a single player. 4 minutes into the game, it is still 11 teams and 41 players. Paradox are looking to farm 6 more eliminations going in. They have then Reap on his knees already. They get a knock, but they will be losing Ledex as well. Can they get these eliminations, or do they get shut down in this matchup? Sneaky might be going down as well. He is less than 100 HP, but they still manage to shut down Solar Flare.
Bye, Solar Flare, man.
My goodness, they are not burning bright in this game, and this is the last map. Whoever doesn't make it in this game are now gone from the tournament, only left to compete in the grassroots and get ready for the next season. Getting up to this point is still a record to be proud of. You are the top 18 out of 144 teams that dream to get to the spot, but sadly you did not make it to the top 12. To the teams going to the top 12, I am still genuinely proud of you guys as well, and we'll see you guys next week. But it's still too early to start congratulating people. Let's get back in the game. Zora, do you think Top Rated is going to be a team that makes it all the way to that top 12?
Oh, but with the way they have been performing, man, it is with great grievance and sadness that I say Top Rated. Bye, go to your house and warm your body. Well, I feel like teams like Berserk Generation and Stars Esports team would most definitely do still have hope in this game, if you ask me, man. I feel like Berserk Generation too, they are looking to go out with a bang here. Already hitting double Gs even before PDX is no easy task, man. They are going at it against Operator this time around. They are looking to kill the hope of their fellow man, the hope of a fellow common man. Top Rated in big trouble here. Berserk Generation player Liam just gonna turn in here. Oh, knock for a knock. Oh, Top Rated are trying to fight back. I see you guys. Okay, Fonz gets that revive. Doesn't mismanage his phones this time around with that weapon as he secures that elimination. What a man. Knocks coming in play too. Crimson might be looking to take all the spores here though, as he goes after the M1917. Beautiful knock with a pistol. Anonymous cooking that grenade. Is it perfect? No, it is not. It doesn't secure the elimination, and it doesn't help him grab another elimination. That's gonna be side life for him, as Crimson will now be down to their last 2 players. It seems the Asuna motivation might just be running out, but never mind, don't clip me just here. Berserk Generation will get another elimination to the end and make that 11. They are fighting for every point, and I love teams that do not give up until the final moment, man, until they have literally given their all to the game. And great stuff coming in from Berserk Generation. They just have to keep plunging the win, and hopefully I genuinely hope for their sake that's enough, man, because they've proven multiple times at the grassroots level that they are in fact one of the best teams in the entire Nigeria scenery, apart from Vents, of course. So seeing them not make it to the grand finals would definitely help me for sure, sure. But yeah, let's watch this play between PDX this time around and top rated. PDX has already dismantled top rated. I'll be looking to dismantle Soul Society now. They might be looking to take the soul away from the players at the Soul Society. No Ichigo Kurosaki to save it this time around as Windy goes in close with his SMG this time around. Then Rick with the M590 though, securing that elimination. And make sure of an SMG user and a shotgun user is most definitely very much appreciated. Sneaky with that consistent sniper shot. Yet another elimination in favor of PDX. I believe they might have officially hit that tough elimination map, but we'll wait for it to be displayed. Yet another squad wipe in favor of PDX. And what a squad, man. What a run they have been on. 14 eliminations. Yes, sir. They have officially broken their they have officially broken their record, man. Crazy guys. Crazy guys.
But when we saw them in the practice run with 48 eliminations, we did see them do it on Bermuda. Can they finally replicate it as the games are progressing? Already on 14 eliminations, 8 minutes into the game, still with 8 teams and 30 players. PDX are looking to just widen the gap between them and the other teams. At this point, they look like they might need to compete on a different region just to go against players that will actually give them a challenge. But I still don't count out our teams just yet, as it's still the first year, and we are still getting kind of more players getting onto the esports scene and registering on time, because we do have a lot of good teams, but most of them did not just make it to the registration time. Do you believe PDX will have a stronger competition next season, or is the gap between PDX and the other team just going to keep getting wider?
I feel like if things continue like this, it's with great grievances and sadness that I see that PDX will most likely continue to widen the gap, man. Hopefully, because the thing is that PDX here competes at an absurd already berserker level here, and then they go to the global stage, and then they just hard to their beat to shake and come back and then start dominating again. So I feel like if they make it to the EWC, like to the grand finals of the FFWS Global Edition this time around once again, I feel like they'll just come back even stronger, and the gap in class will once again continuously to widen. So I don't think it's really likely. I don't think we're gonna be seeing in the nearest future that one team just overcomes them. But hey, feel free to like convince me otherwise for sure. But I feel like the best time for the teams to actually closing the gap is in the grand finals next week, man. They have to do everything in their power to prevent PDX from going, because if PDX go, once again they're gonna come back way stronger, and this time around they won't be going in as novices, man. They'll be going in as experienced players and coming back as even more experienced players. Yeah, that's my take on whether PDX will continue to dominate the African scenery or not. PDX currently on a beautiful run right now with 18 eliminations to their name. Topping that elimination leaderboard, their name Joku on the other hand with 6 eliminations to their name. Berserk Generation coming in second on that elimination leaderboard with 30 eliminations. They have to keep the fire burning. As I've mentioned multiple times, they need those elimination points, and for their own sake, I hope it keeps coming in for them, and I hope their rotation style keeps favoring them, and I hope they are just strong enough to stay alive, man, because that's the issue I have with Berserk Generation. They always have this problem of losing players anytime they actually come up against any squad, to be honest. So if they can find a way to break that cycle of losing players anytime they engage, they'll most definitely be a team, a very, very formidable team, even more than they already are. Jogo might be in a battle here against IO Esports team, as both teams hope and pray to rotate into the safe zone. How does that play out for IO Esports team, Zeno?
IO Esports might be getting eliminated, as we already see them losing a player and have to backpedal heavy. Lamhai might just be getting put down as well. He somehow manages to evade PDX shots with a sliver of HP left to himself here. 18 eliminations on the board already. Peace are not slowing down, even after breaking the 200 points day record for themselves, and just kind of raising the bar for the tournaments, basically. And I do love to see the fact that PDX has come back as an evolved team after going to the global stage. And I can't wait to see how they perform in the next one. Because I remember on the first day you asked me what I thought about PDX at the EWC. And I said, yeah, they are a good team, but they were bots compared to everyone else, strictly because it was their first time being global.
Exactly.
Now they've learned. Now we've seen them improve. How do they fare in their second global appearance if they qualify to make it to Thailand to compete in the globals? It is going to be their first time at globals against a lot more seasoned teams, but they should be fighting teams that they saw at the EWC as well. So Will they be able to give us a solid performance there? And if I'm not going to be the one casting, I'm definitely going to be doing a watch party for the boys because we want to see our brothers do very
For
good
sure,
if
man.
they
For
make it
sure.
to that stage.
For sure, without a doubt, man. I feel like PDX has definitely also grown their fan base. So unlike the first time that they actually competed at the global level, this time around they will have way more backings from fans and maybe even more companies to sponsor. Burnock is in a bit of a pickle here as PDX continue to hammer away. Once again, they become the first squad to hit the 20 kill bomb. Officially, Berserk Generation has made their last mark at the knockout stage. Is it enough for them to make it into the grand finals? That's the question. We will be finding out soon enough, though, as the overall standing should be getting released right after the match highlights. We should be getting even more actions here coming in from the name Jogo and PDX. From the looks of things, PDX are going to make great usage of their real estate, man. They are enjoying that cabin here. Boys are rotating in. That's what I love to see, man. I love the party get shaken. I love the map get shaken, man. Entire squad that knows how to move. Strategy versus brute force and strategy. Who wins out here? PDX versus Name Jogo. PDX looking to receive some back shots coming in from the FNS esports team here. They have to find a way to close that gap between them and FNS because FNS is doing some serious damage from long range. PDX hasn't really found it in their hearts to just sort of retaliate. PDX esports team players will be looking to get some serious knockdowns against the Jogo players. They have already decorated the cabin with landmines from what we can see. Interesting choice of interior decoration, if you ask me, man. Going out now with the Energizer, multiple throwables, and Jogo almost gets dropped. He has to be way more careful. I believe PDX is what team are more than aware that they have done some serious damage against the and Jogo players, and now they are just pressing ahead. Unlucky Liam Jogo. Bye. That's gonna be Liam Jogo signing out of the FFWS knockout stage final game for FNS in a bit of a pickle here between Burnacles 2. Final thought happening over here at Graveyard, and what a cinematic location to finish it. For these players to have their last dance. Burnacles looking to go out in grand style, and I love to see it. You love to see it, and we are all here for it. Shots connecting, not in favor of Burnacles. Tries to launch away. Lone gets caught mid-air, man. He's not really going to be too happy about that because there was very little he could have done to prevent himself getting shot. Mafia will be receiving damage as the FNS sporting players will be going at it with the A1-2 from what we can see. PDX sneaky looking to sneak behind his opponents with that Moss. He hasn't been spotted yet, and I believe when he eventually engages, it's gonna be more than lethal. Titan will be getting dropped, not looking too good for FNS. They go elimination for elimination, though. Burnacles will be losing 2 players as they are now down to the last 2 players. 4v4 versus 2. Who wins out here? Numbers or strength? Never mind. Burnacles used yet another player. Safe zone also fighting against them, and it's just like the entire game is going against them right now. And Guts is really playing like a player that has lots of guts here as he does everything in his power to stay alive. Yes, this is going out with the throwables. Energizer in play for them. They're really going out with a repair kit, looking to just fix his armor before he engages the opponent. Titan once again gets dropped by PDX players. They know how to get that man on his feet, man. Anytime they need him on his feet, they definitely get him on his feet, man. Nice use of grenade once again by the PDX sporting players. And that's gonna be bye. Burnacles officially signing out from the FFWS Africa World Series 2026. It's going to be PDX versus FNS 4 versus 4. What a final bottle to close out here. Derek with the M590 looking for an opening. The FNS players are going to be looking to rotate downwards with the monster truck now. M590 attack for Derek. What a beautiful headshot range to once again prove to the crowd exactly why he's the man with the highest headshot rate in the entirety of African esports. Jason Anthony right now, grenade in play in favor of PDX once again. Ladies and gentlemen, they have officially broken their Booyah record and the point system record. What a squad, man. Over 200 elements. Zino, over to you, man. I can't even glaze them enough at this point.
It was genuinely a remarkable performance to close out the final day for the tournament today. It was quite poetic to have the final dance end at Graveyard. All the teams whose dreams were ending at this point ended at the Graveyard. Unfortunate for them.
How ironic,
but
man.
Paradox will close out that game with 29 eliminations actually, as they once again step over the FNS team. And these teams do have beef, but Paradox improving to be the better team every single time we see them in a clear 4v4. Unfortunate for the FNS squad, but GG's to the Paradox. Setting a new Booyah record with 5 Booyahs in the knockout stages is phenomenal. Can they carry this all the way into the finals is still to be decided. Are we going to see these players do even more amazing things when we get there, or are we going to see the Underground Kings again? I remember the Underground Kings started off today as a very strong team, and they did start off when we looked at the leaderboard from yesterday's games as the second team on the leaderboard. So I did expect them to give PDX a run for their money, but they somehow, like you say, sold their bread very well after winning the first map and just struggled to get good placement. Nemjogo also was a pretty good team that we usually love to see on our screens, but they barely got any screen time today as they were getting eliminated early. They were the weakest team besides Burn Knuckles in terms of placement points when we looked at it, because they were in ninth place with 30 eliminations. That is not a normal spot to be at when you have 30 eliminations. They were just struggling, and I mean struggling to stay up in placement. But it wasn't the past, it's in the past. Let's take a look at the highlights as we get back to see where the current standing is, our top 12 teams, and today's MVP.
I guess that you'll never know. You'll never know. I guess that you'll never know. You'll never know.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Paradox are gonna be closing us out here in grand style with 5 booyahs in a row. This is not ranked. They did this in an esport lobby against the best of the best that Africa currently has to offer. They did it in grand style. Also, they broke their elimination record today with 36 eliminations in a single map, which is currently unprecedented. Or am I wrong, Zeno?
It is not unprecedented as they are doing multiple 20 kill games. 5 games, 5 wins, 6 games, 5 wins, 20 kills on every single map. That was absolutely phenomenal coming in from the PDX esports team.
Absolute Derrick stuff, man. But yeah, that's gonna be that's
Absolute
concerning.
Henrik.
I believe in the chat you're saying I'm glazing PDX too much, but trust me, man, if you're the one dropping these type of numbers, we would also glaze you. Also, I believe the standings for today's games are officially out, so we're gonna be seeing where these teams stand. Which team do you guys think is gonna get relegated? We'll be finding out after the MVP, in which we're gonna be giving us the overall standing. Current today's standings, though, Berserk Generation managed to actually save themselves from what I can see here. I'm happy for my boys, man. Products Esports team also coming in on top here with 229 points. Zeno, 5 out of 6 booyahs. This is impressive. 163 eliminations also to their names. Very impressive, Zeno.
That
Very
is
impressive.
absolutely impressive because
do you
even
know-
if you strip them of 100 points, they are still your number one team with 129. 163 eliminations came in, 163 points came in from strictly eliminations, and they were honestly the most dominating team in this entire lobby. That
Without a
was
doubt.
wow. Genuinely.
You know the craziest
wow.
part is that
But
they
FNS,
almost, they almost quite literally painted the entire Booyah record like red, like because their logo is like red, which is crazy, by the way.
absolutely insane coming in from the Paradox. But FNS will come in second with 109 points. But Berserk Generation did a close-out match of a very good way with 92 points total. That they jumping in from the bottom 6 to top 3 at the end of the day is phenomenal. Nemjogo will close out its 6th with 69 points, while Crimson Myth will be knocked down to 5th. It's with 69 points. Underground Esports will be at 90 points for this. But we've seen the top 12 for today's games. Let us look at the top 12 global. What I said global, sorry. What the top 12 that will make it to the grand finals. Production, can we see the top 12 teams? Starting from relegated teams. Oh my days.
Bye
Oh
stars.
my
It just wasn't
days.
enough. Oh, top rated.
But going from the bottom all the way back to the top 12, the relegated teams will be Stars Esports, who unfortunately did not qualify as they bowed out with 217 points. Elite Hunters will go out to 192, Top Rated 174, Burn Knuckles 156, Syndicate and Soul Society with 154 and 138 respectively. So these teams still have a lot to learn, and they will definitely get a chance to compete again in the next set of tournaments coming in. But our 12th place in the grand finals will be Luminosity with 233 points to qualify. Berserk Generation make it for 11th with 279. 280
Bro, look at
to
the
IO
gap.
Esports for 10th position. Solar Flare with 281
point.
with 9th position. Dead Points are still in contention with 289 points. Necro Venoms will be with 292 for 7th. Your top 6 teams will be Neonem Jogo with 341. Crimson Myth with 5th with 349. Vent Esports with 370. FNS Esports will be 428 for 3rd position. Underground Kings will be 519. And Zoro, who is our MVP team for the grand finals.
For the grand finals, for the knockout stage, the MVP for the last day of the knockout stage should be, let's find out. You guys can let us know in the chat before it gets to the spirit. I'm going to be giving you guys a short period of time to let us know what you guys think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a player from PDX, preferably. I feel like it just has to be
Definitely PDX.
I feel like it just definitely has to be between like Sneaky, Windy, and Derrick. Yeah, that's what I think. So I feel like I just have to go with Sneaky again, man. I feel like on PDX's deadliest day, we always see Sneaky somehow come out on top on that elimination. But I feel like, you know what you think it's gonna be?
It probably is going to be Sneaky or Derrick, as those are the players that usually get the MVP when we do, since we started doing this. But GG's to Stars, GG's to all the teams that didn't make it. There's always going to be more tournaments. Guys, we just got confirmation during the break that there are more tournaments coming. More community tournaments will be coming later in the winter season, but this is the last pro tournament for this year. We will be back again next year. This might just be the end. This is the end of the PDX show, and we will see the MVP. Then we will call it a night. Production, can we see our MVP? Zoro, who is it?
Oh, is that half of 100? 53 eliminations. My God, Windy definitely found a way to knock the wins off of his opponents in today's matchup. 6 matches was all this man needed. Bro, what's this profile, man? Bro, why are you shushing me, bro? I don't like this, Windy. I don't like this, man. Why are you shushing me?
Listen. He said it must have been the wind, as PDX Windy is your MVP for today's game with 53 total eliminations, 22,822 points, damage points, 44 assists, and 28.26% headshot rate. That is
crazy work, man.
Cinema.
Absolute cinema, without a doubt, man. Yeah, I believe that's gonna be all from us for today, at least for the knockout stage. Next week we should be getting the finals that really matter, man. Remember, our champions who are gonna be crowning next week Saturday will be going to Thailand. Hopefully we join them as commentators. But yeah, they will be going to Thailand to go and compete and represent Africa. Let us know which team you think is going to be in the comment section. And that's going to be all for today, coming in from Zeno and me, Zoro. Yes, make sure to check us out online. And
Zoro, do that again, Zoro. You're the lead today. Zoro and Zeno, you're the lead. Go for one more time.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we remain your host. I am Zoro, and I'm currently joined with Zeno, the amazing caster with the more experience from what I've gathered. W mentor without a doubt, man. And we hope to see you guys next time. Big shout out to Garena and 10 and 80. Peace. Whoa!
I guess that you'll never know. that you'll never know. I guess that you'll never know. I guess that you'll never know.